about common sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Called to the Jeremiah. I'm finna bring the fire. Cause on the second turn, you don't crucify the Messiah. Roaring like a lion instead of being defiant. You better come together and try to form an alliance. Black Jesus minister, new heavyweight champ. Finna turn the lights on instead of using a lamp. They try to keep up with us, but they leg is catching a cramp. Hebrew Israelites, now that's the name of the camp. That's a divine prospect, shout out to the brother Ron. When they see the Hebrews, other ideologies run. Then apologies come, forever calling us dumb. Bringing all of the facts and leave them silent and numb. So Kwam Yasha Allah, call up Denya Allah. We got no problem, tell the truth and we follow. Got skilled debaters, like Michael Edwards. We never go run, PowerPoint, we bring the lecture. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. We see you talking down when you're doing your interviews. We got a multitude of knowledge, so how could we lose? Used to be in the gang, so I give them the blues. Welcome to the Lions Den, we deep when we face you. I know it's hard to understand your ancestors was a slave, but challenging biblical knowledge, homie, we did great. Intellectually, I know you really hear me, you're standing right here next to me. King. Yeah, you gon' get this work. When a father don't spend his time, that mean he fit this curse. We the people, like it or not, take a look at your block. The rise of AOC, Masharai, Yasha'Allah, cause we got it on lock. Identified through our conditions. Try to label us African without permission. Never laying down, tapping out, no submission. See us in the streets every day, we on a mission. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community in which you are at the forefront of, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is that we want to have a dialogue and discussion about what is good for black people and what should we be dealing with within our communities and our faith. Man, we wanted to have an intelligent conversation.
So why don't you invite me on your...
Stop complaining how people move, just stop dealing with them. Fuck talking behind their back, just stop chilling with them. Being fake gon' make it worse, don't try to...
Reporting live from the Lions Den, I'm bringing you breaking news. There was indeed a squabble between the two debaters on how the format will be displayed. Starting with the original title to the debate. The smoke must have gotten real thick because they were saying the same thing. King Naga feels as if he made a lot of bends and breaks for this debate to happen, and all he wanted was Q&A first. Tacori TKO respectfully declined. For those who don't know, this all originated between the original debate between the Commission and King Naga. And of course, here we are, people, waiting for the smoke. It's been a long 3 weeks, and people have really been anticipating this up-and-coming debate, wondering if they have opened up for compromise or what will happen. It's only one way to find out who would take home the win, and that's tapping into the Lions Den. If you don't hear it, you might as well let me tell you.
One more. it's going down in the den. Kareem, there's one more though. You got the weigh in. You got to play that one. Did I send it to you? You got to play that one. The weigh in. These brothers have been well respected debaters in the Lions Den for about at least 2 years apiece. I think we're a little long. You got it, Karima?
If this is it, hold on.
All right. Welcome to the Lions Den, everybody. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. We got a heavyweight championship debate match going down in the den. Yeah. Got some qualified judges. We got some of the elders that's been in the den for a while. Elder statesmen like New Kakarot and Thought. We got some new people like Malachi, Big Baby Hebrew. We got our discussion champion in the building panel. Kareem, can you find it? If not, we got the old school, the Quan King. I'm about to mess your name up. You know what I'm saying? You're Charlotte Lion. But hold on, here go one more, man, leading up to the session.
This just in live from the Lion's Den, the weigh-in. It is time. I took the liberty of speaking to both opponents, and boy, are they fired up. If you don't know, now you know it. Always go down in the Lion's Den. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the debaters. It's the weigh-in.
All I'ma say is this, boy, you dead as fuck.
Well, as you can see,
Excuse
Tacori
my
chose to be a man of few words.
You dead as fuck.
Say shout out to the Lions Den for hosting this debate, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the judges and the
Damn, it's messing up.
Welcome to the Lions Den. Welcome to the Lions Den. Welcome to the Lions Den.
If you don't hear it, you might as well let me tell you.
Yeah, shout out to Naga 9 Studios, Black Beauty Inc. These sisters work hard behind the scene. They help put it together for the fellas. That's right. Welcome to the den, man. This is what we've been waiting for. All this has been going on for 3-4 weeks. They've been talking about this. Actually, this is a continuation kind of what the commission and Reuben debate, which Reuben won that one. It is what it is. But the continuation.
5-0.
Yeah, it was 5-0. Yeah, it was 5-0. It sure was, wasn't it? But shout out to the retired champion.
Did I hear that correctly?
There was 5-0 in the votes. Yeah.
No,
we had black
5-0 over commission.
Yeah, we had Black Lion Supreme. Hey, Reuben, hey, bro, don't sleep on King Naga, man. He's 7-0 in the den, brother.
5-0.
Hey, man.
No, I didn't hear that right, did I?
Yeah, you heard it right. Now, Commission is our top debater, but Commission had a couple of losses back here before he became champion.
You absolutely heard that correctly.
Yeah, so,
you absolutely heard that
King
correctly.
Naga.
He got swept 5-0. And Tacori trying to dig up a dead body.
Hey, listen, Tacori is 8-1 in the den. Reuben is 7-0. So, like I said, both of these brothers deserve to be the new face of the Lions Den. Commission has retired. Once a champion, you're always a champion. That's how I look at it. But let's go ahead and introduce the panel, man, before we get this heavyweight bout, going. We're gonna start off with the queen of the den, Sister Karima. Go ahead, everybody, mute your mic so she can introduce herself.
Shalom to everybody on the panel. It's gonna be a fire one. We deep up here. Shalom to everybody that's watching in the chat section. Shalom to those that's watching on the different platforms that I'm viewing from, like Bingo Tag. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please come subscribe to the Lions Den channel so you can actually comment on the page if you in the other platforms. Thank you.
All right, the queen has spoken. All right, and we're gonna start with the new Lions Den discussion champion. So we got different genres. That way everybody get a chance to shine. The discussion champion, Apostle Zaquan. He's 3-0 in his title defenses. He beat up on, goddamn it. Hey, so now Sarnetta didn't even show up for the debate. That's one. Then Israel Doctor tried his luck. That's 2. And California Bear felt the wrath of the Baltimore Bruiser. DC Bruiser. But go ahead, Art.
Yeah, I just
Jack Johnson. The Jack Johnson of the Lions Den. If y'all don't know who it is, look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, just say Shalom. And I'll say Thawada to my brother JJ for that nice presentation. He always build the brother up. Much respect to the Queen, La Hefa herself, Karima. Much respect, much love. And to the panel, the brothers that's going to be going at it today. Wish y'all the best, man. Let iron sharpen iron, and we all going to be better for it, because when A helps B, A and B helps C the most. In other words, you see your way through it, and we all meet at the end together. I'm looking to learn something tonight. So A, B, you do your best, and let C see his way through it. All right? Is that all right?
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up for this?
I like that. I like that energy, man. That righteous energy.
Yeah. So we
man,
here.
That's what it's about in the den.
We here.
All right.
We here.
That's right. All right, champ. You done? Okay. All right. Now we got a former Intercontinental Champion in the building. You know, he went toe to toe with Les Vortex. You know, the minister of God is light, a new Kakarot. Naga World Order. Go ahead, Aki.
It's your boy and new Kakarot, Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. Y'all niggas stop stealing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Naga World, Air Poop Crew, Lions Dead, stand up. Y'all know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Let your magnetic messiah in attendance. About to see this brutality right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it. All right. Also, we got one of the original members of the Lions Den. We got Yashar, the Lion, a.k.a. Daquan, all the way from New York City. Go ahead, Aki.
Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatab. Blessings to the panel. There you go. Blessings to the 12 tribes worldwide. Blessings to everybody on the panel. You know, we here, man. We in the building. Let's get it on, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, man. These guys deserve this right here, man. They've been going in the back chat for a while. Now they finna bring it to the forefront for the people. You know, this would go down in history. You know what I'm saying? It won't be erased. See, stuff in the back chat, people can't really. You whoop a guy in the back chat, it's not documented. You see, that's what I like about debating in the front. All right, now we got another original Lions Den member in the building. We got the mad scientist, Eric, in the building. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the Lions Den, to the debaters, to the judges, everybody else on the panel. You know what I'm saying? This could be a good discussion. Like I said before, I judge off I don't be biased about anything. I sit back as a student and listen to what both say. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I judge off of. You know, the sources, the debunking, the information they bring. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go to my Facebook and watch my two most hottest videos right now, near death experience and why we shouldn't follow Kanye, because I'm against celebrities. I don't follow them. But peace out.
All right. And we got half of the camp killers in the building. Big Baby Hebrew, aka Malachi. Shalom, Aki. Introduce yourself, family. Okay, I think he having technical problems. All right, now let's get to the debaters. We're going to go ahead. This is what we've been waiting for, man. So what we're going to do is let the debaters, when I introduce you, I'm going to let you go ahead and go into a 2-minute deal here where you tell everybody what you came to do. We're going to start with King Naga.
Peace to the viewers, peace to the listeners, you know what I'm saying, out there in the world, peace to the panel, you know what I'm saying, Hebrew, Cushites, Egyptians, whatever you following, you know what I'm saying, as long as you keep kicking about righteousness. I'm here to come about and bring the facts, man, and make it simple enough for a child to understand. And I want You know what I'm saying? My goal is to leave y'all with a little something that y'all can take and incorporate into y'all studies. If y'all happen to, you know what I'm saying, look into the metal netta, y'all will be able to look and identify people. Y'all will look and be able to find y'all names of nations in these glyphs, you know what I'm saying, in these dictionaries. And you will see that it's absolutely dealing with people, and I'm gonna take away the ambiguousness of those glyphs, you know what I'm saying, and show you how you do that using the determinatives. And it's really gonna be a first round knockout. And you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna bring my knowledge to the table, and I don't think this young guy gonna be ready for it. I just hope he learned from this whipping he about to take. At the end of the day, King Naga 7-0 for a reason. He about to be number 8 because the facts are on my side. And without those determinatives, he have nothing but an ambiguous glyph, and he's faced with having to prove that a title is a person unless it's without it being attached to a first person proper noun name. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way he's going to be able to show that a title is indeed a person. And I'm sure that that is not his goal, because that is my position. To do that is to concede defeat. To tell you what a determinative is in the hieroglyphs for my opponent is to concede defeat. And I'm going to make that crystal clear by the end of my demonstration. I don't even need the rest of those 2 minutes.
All right. And we got Tacori TKO Dawson in the building. Go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you and what you're going to be doing in this discussion. So the audience knows what's going on. Go ahead, fam.
My name is TKO Tacori Dawson. My name is TKO for a reason. I didn't name myself TKO. I was given my name. That's the number one. And number two, shout out to my opponent. It will be a career ender for you. I hate to say it, not talking noise, but this has to happen because it wouldn't be fair for a group of people to think that they only got the knowledge and nobody else does. So when pride constantly goes around, pride constantly has to be destroyed. So now I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible, logical as possible, and thorough. My opponent, he's worried about what I'm gonna have to prove. He's gonna have to worry about the hieroglyphs that I'm gonna come out with that don't have a person determinative in it, but still dealing with a person. He's gonna have to prove that those specific titles was held by something or something that is not a person, whether it's a cat, whether it's a dog, whether it's a bumblebee or something during that time of the ancient Comedics or during that time of the people that actually translated those records. You can find me in these Houstonian streets teaching my people. You can find me at my job teaching to my people. And I don't do too much internet teaching, not being against it, but you know, I'm more of a on foot on the ground type brother. So, oh, y'all hear me?
Corey, there?
Yeah, y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
JJ, it's you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where y'all can find me at in these Houstonian streets, teaching to my people, and teaching in the humblest way. I have a group called the Houstonian Hebrew Israelite Liberation. We young Hebrews, we go around and we teach our people the truth, and that's how it is. I'm done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, both contestants have stated their premise. I think, are you guys doing 3 10-minute rounds or 15s? What are y'all doing?
It was 2 15-minute rounds, and then the question
Okay,
and
2
answer
15.
round.
Okay, how many questions would it be?
Oh, I got a lot of questions. I don't know what it's. I don't know.
Okay,
pick a
so
number.
I'm sorry I didn't determine that before the debate.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
5 questions apiece?
That's cool. That sounds good.
That cool, Corey?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, and then you'll get like about 1 minute to answer them. Okay, so we ain't got to
Yeah,
go through
no
a long.
googling. No
Can y'all
googling
answer the
with
question in 1 minute or less?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, if
I
you
can.
know
I
it,
can.
if you know
Okay,
it, you
cool.
should be able to. Yeah.
Right. All right, man. So who's Anu? If I fall off, you just host for me till I get back.
I got you.
Because I really want to step out for a minute so I can go share it to the other group. So you actually just look out for me till I get back. Can we do that? And don't be throwing no extra bombs for your buddy.
I got you.
I'm just talking. We ain't even got no bombs. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with who's scoring first.
I'm going first.
All right. Hey, judges, take your notes. Let's soon as Kareem start the clock, you can go to Corey.
Okay, so we doing what, 10 or 15? What?
2 15-minute rounds.
Okay.
Okay, y'all ready?
You
Let
sharing
me
your screen?
let me share my screen real quick.
Oh, not yet. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
finna.
Shalom, brother Tory. You about to witness a good debate.
Y'all see my screen? Y'all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it, Ak.
That's not my screen. Yeah, that's my screen. That's my screen.
Okay, yeah, come. We got it.
Okay, y'all ready?
All right, so your time starts now.
Okay, here we go. Now, I want everybody to understand the topic of the debate. The topic of the debate is simply, do the glyph have to have a person determinative in the glyph when dealing with a person? So now, I'm going to give you a prime example what these determinatives is. Now, as y'all can see right here, what this thingamajig is pointed at, this is a sign that comes at the end of the word of the indicator of their meanings. For instance, the sign of the disc represents the sun disc, and it's the determinative at the end of the word indicating the sun and it's rising and it's light. Those are examples, and as you can see here are the example of the glyphs of the sun and different type of examples right here. The sign, which is this glyph right here, it refers to the boat as the meaning of the sign of the number of words. And as you can see, this is the boat, and then you got these different concepts which are the same because they're still implied to the same indicator, as you can see. But these right here on the right is actually more different because they have different attributes of these boats or the functions of the boat. Now, here's more of the index of the foregoing sign list. Now, here's section A, man and his occupations. This is what we supposed to be seeing in every glyph if all the glyphs have to have a person determinative. You can see this as these different type of people. You got over 55 glyphs. No, 62 glyphs that's dealing with people. One is a man. 55 of them is men and 7 is women. This is 62 glyphs total. Now, here's more of the understanding of determinative. What are determinatives? Hieroglyph writing. These are categories of sign insistent determinative which carry no phonetic significance but are employed to signify the meaning and assist in word division. For example, the phonetic writing PRT can signify the infinitive of the verb to go and the name of the winter season of the word. Now, as y'all can see, once again, for everybody to get an understanding, here are the concepts of the glyphs, and here are all what we supposed to be seeing. So when I show you glyphs that don't have these in there, but they still talking about a person, this is me proving my point. As you can see, to call, man seated, seat, and eat because he's seated and he's eating, to inherit, lazy, to rest, woman, people, company, to grasp, to be in the middle, to take, to beget, female, to go in, to go forward, to go back, to return, and etc. So these are the glyphs that that Reuben King Naga is actually trying to say that these must be in a glyph for it to talk about a person. And if it's not talking about a person, then that's not the glyph. Okay, so now let's continue. So now, here's some of the information that Reuben likes to go into. As you can see right here, here's what he used. He used some of E. Wallace Bud's work. And here's one of the comments in the back chat. And this is what he says at first. He said, I don't need E. Wallace Bud's N-word. And I said, who do you need? And he said, I only use his stuff to connect to back to the real truth, pretty much saying that he uses his information either way or not. So we're going to go into what Reuben uses to destroy him in his own concept. So now let's continue. Now watch this. This is page 312 and 313 in a hieroglyph dictionary. and it says multiple glyphs in this book on page 312 and 313 shows glyphs with no person determinatives, and yet they translate to describe positions which people hold. For instance, steward, chiefs, governors, mayor, overseer, and etc. Now, as you can see right here, Merper. Let me zoom in real quick. Merper. Look at this right here. Chief of a house, steward, major domo. But yet we see no person determinative in the glyph. But we know when we're talking about the chief of a house or a person or these other things, you will see that there's a person determinative in the glyph, as you can see right here. But look at this one right here. Here's the one that don't got a glyph of a person determinative in it. Merpreneur, overseer of gold foundry. But yet there's no person determinative in the glyph. That's where we see no person determinative, but we know when we're talking about an overseer, we're talking about somebody. This is a title that a person holds. So whether he like it or not, it's still talking about a person. Now look at this, Merperhech, overseer of the silver foundry. These are all concepts dealing with people. Look at this, Merper. Hedge. Look at this. Look at the glyph. No person determinative in the glyph, but yet we see governor of the treasury. Governor of a treasury. So according to Reuben, since this don't have a person determinative in the glyph, a person is not holding his title. So if a person is not holding a governor of a treasury, then who is holding it, or what is holding it? Here's another one, Marumu. And look at what it says, overseers of sacred property. This is what it says, but yet no determinative in the glyph. My position is when I say that the glyphs don't have to have a person determinative in it, I'm not saying that it doesn't have a person determinative in it when dealing with a person. I'm saying it could go either way. Like I said before we came to the debate, when I say grass is green, I mean, when I say grass don't have to be green, I'm not saying that grass is not always green. I am just simply saying that grass can be a different color. So if my opponent is bringing out glyphs with person determinatives in it, then that means that's a straw man argument. What is a straw man argument? A straw man argument is simply an argument that is built off somebody that makes claims that they claim that opponent is made that opponent did not make. That's called a straw man argument. So I expect my opponent to be bringing out the information that is dealing with the glyphs that I'm bringing up right now. And look at this, Mernert, governor of the town and of the mayor. I mean, governor of the town, mayor, but yet no person determinative in it. But we know that anytime we hear about a mayor, we know that this is a person that holds this title. Ain't nobody else is holding this title. Now, and that's just a few of the glyphs. I'm going to get back to this one because there's a lot of glyphs. Now, look at this. Here's the etymology of the term mayor. Mayor, principal officer of the municipality, chief magistrate of a city or a borough. Mayor, Old French, mayor, head of the city or the town of the governor. Originally greater superior from the Latin major, comparative, and madness, the strong, powerful force of persons. See, you see persons right there, and that's in the etymology. Now let's go back right here. This is the same thing, but in a different format. My bad. Let me go back to it. My bad. Here we go right here. So it says principle of, it's pretty much saying the same thing. Now, as you see, this is Mernut, what I just showed, governor of the town, mayor. But look at what we see right here of mayor, persons. Now, look at this right here. Let's continue. Mernut, governor of the Greeks. And we know these are people. And look, here are the names of a governor: Ionisus and his Ionisus Capotrinus and Augustus Capotrinus, however you want to pronounce his name. And they have names in them. So we know that these are talking about a governor, talking about a person, but yet Merhanubu doesn't have a person determinative in the glyph. Strategos, strategos, that's what they called them. It's Greek for the meaning of an army leader, is used in Greek to mean military general. In Hellenistic worlds of the Eastern Roman Empire, the term is also used to describe a military mayor. And look at this right here. Now let me go to this side right here. It said in ancient Greek, the governor was known as a strategos, which means an army leader or a military general. Now, let me scroll down. Now, I asked my opponent if it's not talking about a governor. If a governor is not talking about a person without a person determinative in the glyph, then who is holding his title? And my opponent said this right here. Here's the concept of governor, and he said it was this machine right here, as y'all can see right here, and this is him right here. He said this is this machine right here. So hold on, wait a minute. When was there a time in ancient Kemet where there was a machine named governor that was existing during the time of ancient Kemet when the concepts was actually, doing in a Metal Nature, or during the time that E. Wallace Budge or or Alan P. Gardner translated this? Where's the primary source for this? And then when I asked him about the mayor, he had right here, 5-year-old dog elected as mayor of Littleton. And look at this. So are you telling me that there was a dog in ancient Kemet that was chief magistrate of a city, because that's what a mayor is supposed to be? I would like to see primary source. And this is what we mean when we say that somebody is dishonest and just can't agree with the fact that when it's talking about a mayor, that's a person that's a person that is talking about. It's a person that is the chief magistrate of a city, whether you can get around it or not. Now look at this. Here's the etymology of the term governor. Personal keeper. The root word of the term personal is person. Look at this. Protector, God, one who governs, a ruler. From French governor, prince, ruler, administrator, hellisman, governor, and directly from Latin governors, however you want to pronounce that. Director, ruler, general, govern, meaning ruler, head of a province. And look at this. Here's the government. Here's the Egyptian governor, Khnum. There's your name right there. And look at what governor means right here. Look at what governor means right here. A person charged with a direction of control of an institution. A person, that's a governor. A person that's in charge of a direct control of an institution and society. So that's what we see. And we see here's a statue of Khnum, who was a governor in ancient Egypt. And look, when we go back to right here, let's go back to right here. Meshimtabah, governor of the Eastern Desert. Look at all these glyphs that's dealing with governor, but don't got a person determinative in it. Governor of the town and mayor. But when we go right here, here's a governor and here's his name right here. So he held this specific position because this is his name right here. Knumakat, however you want to pronounce it. And that's his statue right there. So now let's go in. Look at this right here. Mirror. Now, this is what he also used in his debate against Commission, and said that if there's not a person determinative in the glyph, it's not talking about a person. But there's one mistake that he made, and that was with mirror, as you can see highlighted, and he had the audacity to highlight it himself. And look at what it says. No person determinative in the glyph, but yet it says hero and brave man. A brave man is simply a person. Now look at this right here. Let's go back down. Now here's what he also said, because he wanted names. You're proving me right. You can't even identify proper noun in English. This is what he's saying. So he want names. This is what he want. He want names. But I gave you two names. I gave you Khnum, and I gave you two Greek governors of Egypt. Governors of Greeks that was shown in this right here. Let's show it again. Governor of the Greeks and Merhanu. And no person determinative in it, governor of the Greeks. And he wanted names. So watch this. Here's what he said. How stupid is Larry Hagen, the person, or is it the title of a person? So I said, you just admitted that he's a person because Larry is his name. So he wanted a name, but I showed him that they got names, but yet there's no person determinative in the glyph. Now watch this. Here's another one right here. It said governor is a title held by Larry Hagen. Hence you not knowing how to identify a proper noun in English. So this right here let you know that he want names right here. Look, his boys even came with him. So bro, like, Detective James solved the case. So these people want names. So in my next round, I am going to be showing you names of different people that held these positions. I'm going to be showing you that so he wouldn't have no way around. But let's go back to this one right here. You have Mercier. I don't know if y'all can see this, if it's blurry, but here's no person determinative. Chief Officer of Cavalry. So we know when we are talking about an officer, we are talking about a person that holds a title of a position. So whether he like it or not, it's still dealing with a person, no matter if he want to take the concept literal or whether he don't want to take the concept literal. But we know when we're talking about an officer, 99.9% of the time, we know that it's talking about, it's describing a human. So that's what it is. So now, it could go both ways. A person determinative can be in a glyph, but it don't have to be in the glyph, because there's some glyphs that got determinatives in there that ain't dealing with a person. I mean, there's some glyphs in there that got no non-person determinatives in it, but it's still dealing with a person. And there's glyphs that do have person determinatives in it that's dealing with a person. That's why I said it don't have to have one. So now, look at this right here. Hieroglyph sign
1 minute
list.
remaining. 1 minute remaining.
Is based on the work of Alan Gardner, and this is what he used right here. So we're going to be going into his records as we went into his records and show how those concepts of Emir dealt with people, but some of them didn't have person determinatives in there, but they still was dealing and connecting with people. So this is what we are actually showing y'all. And here's who he like to use: Gardner's list code. So we're going to be going into a little bit of Gardner's work. So it is confirmed that Reuben uses Gardner's work. So this is what we're going to be doing. I'm done.
All right. Boy, that TKO coming out with some good information, man. I hope everybody's writing it down. He relinquished 28 seconds of his time, and now it's time for King Naga. King Naga, let us know when you're ready, Aki.
He pretty much committed. Let me get this. Hold on.
You can get your screen up. Okay, Shalom, see you back.
He pretty much committed suicide, and you notice the title. Everything he was dealing with was a title. And he also demonstrated what I've been saying.
Hold on, Reuben. Your time ain't started yet. Hold on, fam. Kareem, you gotta let him know when it's time.
Let me share my
screen. You gonna share your screen? Okay.
Yeah,
let me share my
screen. All right, let him share his screen. Hey, shout out! Hey, congratulations, Cephas Black, on your victory, brother. Yeah, you did a great job. That was a great debate.
Let me know my screen when it starts. All right. When it starts sharing. My screen sharing, y'all see it?
Yep, we can see it. So your time starts now.
All right. Now, he pretty much committed suicide in the first round, bringing out all of those titles that references positions. And he also showed exactly what I was saying, that it is not referencing a person until you attach it to a first person proper noun name of a person, because that's how you identify people in language. And dealing with the script known as the medullata, you have determinatives that indicates when you are referring to people. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you brought out those titles and showed that they are attached to first person proper noun names of people shows that these titles are not people. Those first person proper noun names are the people. Thank you for that, Tacori. Now, do the glyph have to have a person determinative to mean a person? What is determinative? Are people, are titles people, or possessions of people? I'm saying they're possessions of people. All right, I'm gonna show y'all my source list. Source list, I'm using Gardner's Hieroglyphic Dictionary, an Egyptian Hieroglyphic Dictionary by E.A. Wallace Budge, Ancient Egyptian Hieroglyphs Step-by-Step Series 4 Determinatives. Hieroglyphic Dictionary 3000, over 3,000 hieroglyphic words translated by Isabella DiCarlo. BibleX.org, hieroglyphs step-by-step titles in ancient Egypt. Cambridge Dictionary, English Grammar, here.net, determiners, American Journal Experts, yourdictionary.com, problems caused by incorrect grammar, Egyptian Writing Systems and Grammar by Sean C. Knight. In the Canadian Museum of History, Mysteries of Egypt, Kingship, are going to be some of the sources I use. Every time you see the word person or you hear the word person in this debate, I want y'all to look at this, think of this glyph. Because this is the glyph that means person, people. As you see, the translation person, it is a noun. And you see what? The determinatives indicating people in the glyphs. You know what I'm saying? You see that in the glyphs. A title is a general concept thing, making it a common noun that can be attached to a proper noun name. Without being attached to a proper noun, it is merely a general concept. This is from one of those sources I listed, capitalization of proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns refer to specific person, place, or thing and are always capitalized. Titles aren't the case. It is not the case with titles. as we will see. Proper nouns. A proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing, while a proper adjective modifies a specific person, place, or thing. Proper nouns and proper adjectives are capitalized. These include the following: the names and titles of people, entities, or groups. Look at the example. President Washington. Washington will be a proper noun name of George Washington. Mr. Washington, the Supreme Court, the Court of Chamber. As you see, when it's a proper noun, the title is attached to a proper noun, making it a proper title. Over here, I'm gonna go over here. A common noun names a generic type of person, place, or thing, which a common adjective modifies a generic type of person, place, or thing. Common nouns and common adjectives are not capitalized. Examples include the following: the president made a speech. In this case, the term president is not used as a proper title, so it is not capitalized because it doesn't reference a specific person, because all presidents gave speeches. It is one of the duties of the office that title references. I'm gonna skip over this because you already showed y'all that he's talking about titles. I'm telling them a title is not a person is not a title. People have proper noun names, especially groups of people. You can see he used this. Look at what he's using. Mirror. The definition itself says the title of the high priest of Anu, not the high priest of Anu, not a high priest of Anu, the title of a high priest of Anu. The word mir he's trying to use by definition is a title. Also, the glyph for Mar governor is dealing with titles that reference those positions, which is why you don't see necessarily a person determinative in that glyph, because it's referencing the position, the title, and not the person. I'm gonna skip over this. This is something he used that I caught him up, and he tried to post an incomplete GIF like I didn't know it was from a source that I already had, and I'm showing that I have that glyph. And when you look at that glyph, you have the determinative indicating king in that glyph that he was trying to post. Here is what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the word that this whole debate stems from, Mar. You know what I'm saying? His commission was saying that this was a person of reference of people, and he's interjecting and piggybacking off a commission that's saying that indeed that this references a person, when the definition says the title of the high priest of Anu. The title. By definition, this is the title. Hence, no person in the glyph. And this is what he's showing y'all in his demonstration, time and time over again. A title is not a person. Mar is not the name of a people, as the definition of the word itself states. However, Mar is a person, people. You know what I'm saying? Mar, the one at the top. Notice the determinative indicating people as well as the plural indicated in the glyph for Mar. When you talk about seer, watcher, he who watches, keeps a lookout on the fort. You see the person, you see the eyes, talking about seers and watchers, people who are seers and watchers. You see that in the glyph. Let's define the words title and person. Title, a word that is used before someone's name, stating their social rank, qualifications, positions in the organization, sex, etc. Person, a man, woman, or child. That's what a person is. Again, when you hear the word person, think of this glyph, people. Back to the word person in the glyphs, you see people in the glyphs, indicating that a man or a woman could be a person. Titles in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Office holding played a central role in the elite culture of ancient Egypt, locating the individual within the society, most notably in relation to the king. Titles come in two forms: official or administrative titles and conventional titles connected with status and authority. Abbreviation writings are common in both. Conventional titles of statuses and authority, two, you know what I'm saying? So you see the seal bearer of the king, the sole companion, you don't see no people in the glyph. But look at the title that he's using, governor Amir. When it is possessed by a person, Tacori, you see a person in the glyph. When it is referring to the person who is priest, you see a person in the glyphs. But when it's not referencing that and referencing the position, you won't see a person in the glyphs, Tacori, because it is referencing the position, the title, like the definition said, the title. See, like, here's an example here, lector priest. This is referencing that position. It is not at all uncommon for titles, Tacori, to be written without determinatives. Repeat that again. It is not at all uncommon for titles to be written without determinatives. Although it is not uncommon for titles to not have determinatives, they do when it's specific to a person. When a title is specific to a person, you will see a person. Tacori. You see it for priest, you see it for governor, you see it for mayor, sir. By definitions, these are titles and not names of people. Look, this is my over and over again. See, noun, title, noun, title. All of them don't have determinatives indicating person, but you see most of them do. They either have the seated God determinative or the persons in the glyph. But these are, even though they have the person in the glyph, they are still representing the title. You know what I'm saying? It is the titles that he's stuck on. These are all variations of the title priest. Note that the majority of them has a person determinative, even though titles don't require them. Determinatives are not necessary in titles, Tacori, and so far that's all you have reached for in the metal netta was titles, positions, occupations, jobs. You know what I'm saying? Names of jobs and positions, titles is all you've reached for so far. All languages use determiners, Tacori, determiners of some sort. This includes minor languages like the English we speak. My opponent can't articulate this to you because he doesn't know. Determinatives are determinators made their way into English, yet my opponent says they don't matter. Determinators are used in front of nouns to indicate whether you are referring to something specific or something of a particular type. In this lesson, we will examine the examples of determiners and use in a sentence topic closely. Determiners are words like a, and, the, that, this, each, some, my, your, and every that come in front of nouns and name spaces and determined in one way. There are actually a lot of determiners, and in this article, we will briefly summarize each determiners. Here's a little listing of some of those determiners. The definite article, the indefinite article, so on and so forth. Demonstratives, augatives, predeterminers. All of these are determiners that happen to be in English that my opponent said determiners, determinatives don't matter. If you don't understand how these function in English, I know you won't understand it in the glyphs. Determinatives or determinators are a key part of any language or writing system. Here are 10 examples. You can look over those examples, but I'm not going to waste much time on them due to time constraints. Here are some more examples of determiners in English, showing you that these are present across languages. It's not just, specific or unique to the hieroglyphs. What is a determinative and what is their function? In ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, determinatives came at the end of a word, nearly every word, nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Features a determinative, some of which become rather specific. Upper Egyptian barley or excreted things, it is believed that they were used as much as word dividers. As for semantic disambiguation, examples include man, woman, and God king. Determinatives are generally not transcribed, but when they are transcribed by their numbers in Gardner's list, which is why I refer to Gardner's list. Because he put in the work. Without determinatives, meanings are ambiguous, hence the need for semantic disambiguation. Determinatives point to exact meaning, making glyphs containing them less ambiguous. What is a determinative? Let's start by explaining determinatives. Determinatives were used to convey the exact meaning of the sound signs. Determinatives were used to convey the exact meaning of the sound signs. For example, the two words have the same sound signs, ha, and ta, but they mean two completely different things because of the determinative at the end of the word. This word with the determinative of a hand holding a stick means to work. This word with the determinative of the sun means moment in time. And they give a couple more examples. Determinatives are not only used to determine the meaning of the sound signs words, but also to emphasize or clarify the meaning of words. Now let's take the sun sign. It can be used as a determinative in many other words as well as the one above. For example, Heru means day, time. You see the sun determinative.
One minute remaining.
All right, 1 minute remaining. All right. Determinatives are semantic glyphs. The determinative serves to clarify exactly what is meant by the preceding group of phonetic glyphs, and this is a feature that is particularly important given the lack of vowels in hieroglyphic writing, which is what I explained. They use consonants to write the middle letter, so you have multiple words with the same consonantal root, and determinatives is what give you specific meaning. Like you see the word rejoicing. Who be rejoicing, Tacori? Is that not the action of a person? So you see the person in the glyph. Who are neighbors aren't people, Tacori? You see the people in the plural indicator in the glyph for neighbors. This is the purpose of determiners, how you determine when you're dealing with a person and when you're dealing with a title. This is how we know the difference between the two. Look at a few examples of glyphs referring to people. You see man, that's a person, male, man.
Right.
See the person.
Right.
Bam, bam, bam. Y'all see it.
All right. Tacori, you ready?
I'm ready. But wait, before I do that, let me get my screen up first.
Yeah.
Okay, family. My brother Reuben lied and said I tried to crop out a glyph.
Wait, hold on.
You can start my time. My opponent lied and said I cropped out a glyph. Brother, y'all see my screen? Hold on, stop my time to my screen. Okay. Reuben, Tahuti did that. I didn't do that. I didn't crop out the glyph. When I showed you that screenshot, I was just letting you know that Tahuti was agreeing with me when he said they do not have to have a person determinative in a glyph when dealing with a person, similar to the title Nesu, a king. He cropped that out. I didn't crop it out, so you need to talk to Tahuti about that. Now watch this right here. He said that I need to get specific. Okay, let's get specific. Let's give you names and let's show you. Look, this is Mur right here. Mur, Palermo Stele, the title of a high priest of Anu. So we know that the high priests of Anu are people. Because look, here's the high priests of Anu. Jehuti, look, Manu, Look at all these names right here. And these are different names of different high priests that was there during the time of each pharaoh rule. But look at this right here. No person determinative in Mur, but we know when we talking about a high priest, we talking about Jehuti, who was a high priest. We talking about Memutu, who wanted a high priest. Reuben, you wanted names. I told you I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. You want names. You want me to get specific. Well, are you telling me so these people don't have person determinative? I mean, Mur don't have person determinative in the glyph, but yet, Reuben, we see that here's a whole bunch of high priests and they were people. And then here's their names right here. Look at this. Now let's go into the glyphs of some of their names real quick, because here's a list of them right here. I can really do this all day because I really got like over 10,000 of them. Look at this. Here's in Alan P. Gardner's work. Look at this right here. This is in the Poetic Stele. And look at what it says right here. Let me zoom in real quick. Menekripa, however you want to pronounce his name, that's a name of a person that's a priest. And look, he doesn't have a person determinative in it. Now, where's the source of this coming from? The Poetical Stele. And here it go right here. Hold on, let me go back. Here it go right here. The Poetical Stele. Right there. The Poetical Stele. And as you see, it says the same thing. Here's Menekripa. I mean, however you want to pronounce his name. Menekripa. And this the name of a person. This is a person, but yet no person determinative in the glyph. So are you telling me that Menekripa wasn't a person? Because it doesn't have a person determinative in the glyph, but we see that Menekripa was a person. So this proves my point that it doesn't have to have a person determinative in the glyph when dealing with a person, because we gave you a name and his name translates to a glyph that doesn't have a person determinative in it. Here's the stele at the Cairo Museum. Here's the stele at the Cairo Museum. Let me go back real quick. Hold on real quick. Yeah, let me go back. Okay, so now, here's the Poetical Stele of Thutmose. And there it go right there. And you see Menekripa, he's a priest. And he doesn't have a person determinative in it. Now look at this right here. Muntu. And look at this. It's hard to pronounce these names. High priest of Anu during the time of Utmost. And look at his name right here in the glyph. No person determinative in the glyph. I told you, if you want names, Reuben, all you could have did was just ask. I got you, bro. Look, here's it is right here. Where's the person determinative at? This is his name translated in the glyph right here. Look at this right here. Here's Menekripa. I mean, I can't pronounce these names, y'all. I'm sorry. But he was a high official under the king of Pharaoh, Thutmose, and Anu-Kep. He was a high priest of Anu. And look at this. This is him right here. And here's his statue right here. This is in a British museum. You can find this in EA, British Museum number EA 708. Description, black granite seated statue of Menekripa. Hieroglyphic text on the leg and the seat. Here's the drawing relief right here. Drawing of the relief of his tomb at TT 86 right here. So we can clearly see that this is talking about a person. But he said right here that Mer is the priestess of Anu. It's not a person, but here's the names of the people right here that was priests. So according to Reuben, these are not people. So if these are not people, then that means that we in trouble. Well, that means that the Kemetic people in trouble, because you just threw away the whole priesthood of ancient Kemet. Watch this, and we're gonna get to the pharaohs too, so please be patient. Watch this right here. Here we go again. Here's the same person. He was a high priest, superintendent of the gold and silver of the treasuries, and that his name go right here. And look at this right here. Plans of the, and here's his tomb right here. TT 112 and stuff. Here are different dimensions, as you can see right here. And here's the place right here where you can find where his tomb is buried at, in the Ben tomb. And yet here's the glyph of his name, and it doesn't have a person determinative in the glyph. Look at this right here. Here we go right here. Look at this. Hold on, somebody got to mute their mic. You ain't got none. Somebody got to mute their mic. Stop the time. You to roll up a little blunt or something. Hold on, somebody got to mute their mic. Eat that work, bro. Hey, somebody got to mute their mic. Can I get my time back too?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so the prophet of Amun, overseer of the treasuries, the 18th dynasty, time of Amos, from Funerary Cone and Metropolitan Museum. I'm showing y'all the inscriptions and the definition and the definition of how these are actual people. But he's saying since they don't have a person determinative in it, that it's not talking about a person. Look at this right here. Here's the funerary comb of Jatu Jehuti, priest of Anu. And look at what it says. This is his name right here in the comb. And there's no person determinative in the glyph. There's no person determinative in it because you don't need that in order for it to deal with a person. I ain't saying that the glyphs, that forget the glyphs. I'm saying that the glyphs are unique. The glyph scheme does not, they so unique that you don't really need a person determinative in it because they had different ways of describing the attribute of a person and it didn't really have to have a person determinative in it. So now look at this right here. Now look, these are the high priests. Like I said, once again, here's a list of the high priests and you can find their tomb, TT 67 of Hapusinub. And look at this right here. Mamotu, known as the funerary comb of Thebes in UC 37666. And look at that right there. Here's his comb right here, and it doesn't have a person determinative in it if y'all can see it carefully. It doesn't have a person determinative. Here are their names, and they translate to glyphs that don't have a person determinative in it. Let's continue. Look at this. Thutmose III. Thutmose III was the sixth pharaoh. We're going to get into some pharaohs now. And look at this right here. Here's a statue right here. Thutmose III. Look at his name right here in the glyph. A fragment of the wall block inscribed on the birth name of Thutmose III. Now the Petri Museum, not in the Petri Museum of Ancient Egyptian Archaeology, London. And as you can see, 14 out of 23 of these pharaohs do not have person determinative in their names, but yet we see that these are, person determinatives in the name, but yet, we can see clearly that these people don't have person determinatives in their name, but we see that they're people because here's their names right here, and this is what it translates to right here. There you go right here. Look at this right here. Seneferu, no person determinative. That's a person. Khufu, no person determinative. That's a person. Pepi II, no person determinative. That's a person. Look at this right here. Amenemhat the first, no person determinative in it, but it's a person. Look at this. Sensurit, no person determinative, but see, I'm giving you the specifics. Now you're gonna say that these people, because they don't got person determinatives, they not people. So if they wasn't people, then who was they? Because they don't have a person determinative in the glyph. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Let's go down. Look at this. Darius from Persia. No person determinative in the glyph. So if you're going to say that because there's no person determinative in the glyph, that means that the person does not have, if you're going to say that the person determinative is not a glyph, you're going to say that most of these pharaohs are not persons, not people. But yet we see that there are person determinatives in the glyphs. Now look at this right here. Let's give you, look at this. Here's in Alan P. Gardner's work that he loved to use, and there he go using it again. Look at this. Common people, but yet no person determinative in the glyph. You see that? And here it is right here. Common people, and look at the glyph. No person determinative in it. Look at this right here, because you don't need a person determinative in the glyph when dealing with people. That's just facts. Here's the jaw in the cartouche of Pharaoh Pepi II from Egypt in News Museum, Berlin. And look at what it shows right here. It shows that there's no person determinative in the glyph. So you can see clearly right there that you don't need to have a person determinative in the glyph. And here's Pepi II sitting on the lap of his mother, Ankh's Pepi II. However you want to pronounce it. Ankh's and Pepi II. So, and this is him sitting on her lap. You see this, everybody? Now, this just simply let you know that these do not have person determinative in the glyph, but yet we know that it is not, but yet we know that it's still talking about a person. My opponent wanted names. I gave him names. Look at this right here. He wanted names. Governor is a title held by Larry Holman. But yet we see that most of the pharaohs had names with no person determinative in it that it was translated to from the glyphs to English, and it showed that there was no person determinative in the glyph as that concept. So we can see clearly right here that my opponent do not understand what he been teaching people the whole time. He was tripping on me being stuck off titles. I used those titles because those titles is a proof that those people held those titles, and there was actual names of those people that held those titles. The high priestess of Anu. Anu and Amun is the same people, but same person, but with different names. As you can see, the same person with different names. But he said these was not people. But we showed you a list of the people of the high priests and their names, and most of the people and most of their names do not have person determinative in the glyph, as I showed you right here. So here we go again right here. So if he gonna say that these people don't have person determinative in it, so it's not talking about a person, then Pepi II wasn't a person, Khufu wasn't a person, Seneferu wasn't a person, Thutmose the wasn't a person, Amenhotep wasn't a person. King Tut wasn't a person. None of these people was people, but yet we see that there are their names. So I would like to ask, I would like to ask Reuben in a Q&A, who are these people? So if I was you, I would get to work and try debunking that Pepi II is not a person because he doesn't have a person determinative in his name, or Khufu, or Shifru, or 14 out of 23 of these pharaohs. And if you do that, then that means the whole Kemetic bloodline of the pharaohs and the priesthood goes down the toilet, and that means a big chunk of your Naga roots go down the toilet too. I'm done.
You really is done. You don't even know it though. That's the funny part. Y'all ready?
Wait, hold on. You have 2 minutes and 29 seconds. You wanna?
Oh, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, so now, as we seen, let me get off my screen real quick. Let me get off my screen. So, as y'all can clearly see, there's no person determinative in those glyphs that deal with the names of those people. But yet he said that there wasn't no person that since there's no person determinative in it, those are not people. He's gonna have a hard time proving that Pepi II, who was a pharaoh, wasn't a person because there was no person determinative in his name. He's gonna have to prove all of that, and that's in the concepts, and that's in the records of L&P Gardner that he was bringing out. So if he comes at those concepts, he will be destroying a lot of his works, and he will be also destroying who he claims he used to connect to the truth with, which means that will be a bridge of him getting to the truth. If you don't have a bridge, then you can't get to the truth, because the bridge is what helps you get to the truth. So in order to destroy me, you will have to destroy part of a majority of the Kemetic tradition on the priest side and on the pharaonic side. That's what you will have to be able to do. And I don't think you want to do that because the Nagas are Kemet is very important to the Nagas, because the Nagas was the Kushite people and the Bantu people that was supposedly that mothered the Egyptians. But yet, according to you, most of those Egyptians did not even exist. Most of those pharaohs did not even exist, because you said that they don't have person determinatives in it. So it's not talking about a person. I'm done.
All
All
right, all right.
right.
All right, Tacori, you just put your neck on the chopping block and don't even know it. Y'all ready?
Where?
Let me share
Where?
my screen right quick. Let me share my screen.
So I hope the judge is still here. They didn't fall asleep.
Let me,
They got pen and pencil ready. Got notes.
Yep, we good.
Okay.
y'all following it? All right. Let me know when y'all see my screen. Then
We see your whole
my
screen.
screen sharing.
We actually see your stream
All
yard.
right, you can start my time now.
Your stream yard.
You can start my time. See my opponent again proving my point. When he searched those titles, he found the first person proper noun name of these people, and each and every one of them he showed us saying didn't have a person determinative was inside of a cartouche. He couldn't tell y'all what the symbol was or what it even means. All right, Takari, what you don't know is the cartouche that those first person proper noun names were inside of is a determinative that points to a specific thing, Tacori. It points to a royal name or a king or king's people, Tacori. So if kings are people, Tacori, that makes the cartouche that you showed us with all of those first person proper noun names inside of is a determinative that indicates a person. If kings are people, my young fellow. See, you just exposed the fact that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because the very thing that those names were inside of is a determinative, Dakari, that indicates a king, which is a person. We know that because people have royal names. The cartouche Dakari evolved from the Sarek. This indicates that royals were set apart, Takari. In Egyptian hieroglyphs, a sarek is a rectangular enclosure representing the niche or gated facade of a palace surmounted by usually the Horus falcon, which is what you found in one of those glyphs when you were saying it didn't have a person determinative. The Horus falcon indicates someone who is set apart and is the embodiment of the gods Takari, as we will see in the information, indicating that the text encloses a royal name. The Sarek was the earliest convention used to set apart the royal name in ancient Egyptian iconography, predating the later and better known cartouche, which is what you were showing, which is what this is, Takari, a determinative that indicates a king, which is a person, making the cartouche a person determinative. Takari, it's not my fault because you don't understand this. Yeah, here you see a demonstration of the Sarek. You know what I'm saying? The Sarek first appears as an ornamental miniature during the late Gerza culture when it was used as a royal crest only. This is a royal crest, Takari, you know what I'm saying, that you're showing us. That indicates a king, royalty, people. That exact specific meaning. From the Old Kingdom period onward, the first uses of the full written word appear only in the papyri. A sarek was normally used as a royal crest, accentuating and honoring the name of the pharaoh. Its use can be dated back to the Gerza culture. The hieroglyphs forming the king's name were placed inside a rectangular extension at atop the sarek, which represented the royal courtyard. Additionally, the falcon of the god Horus, or in a few cases, the set animal, topped the sarek, showing the celestial patron of the name king. If the word sarek was written in 4 letters as shown in the info box above, sometimes accompanied by a miniature of the sarek, it could be used in text. One of the most important elements of royal display and identity in ancient Egypt was the king's name. Important as pharaohs were concerned that future generations remain aware of their reigns, they were first seen from rulers as early as those of Dynasty Zero and continue to be used throughout the history of ancient Egypt. The sarek represented the king's palace. Again, the sarek represented the king's palace in a combination of plan and elevation. You know what I'm saying? So this was a representation of not only the king, but also the palace. You know what I'm saying? This was the royal name. And you see that the cartouche evolved out of the sarek. So I'm gonna go more into this here. I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna show y'all some actual people. We know that a lad, a boy, youth, infant are people, and you see the determinative given the exact meaning of young man or young child. This is what this determinative means, and this is also a person determinative indicating that you're dealing with a person. Even a child in the womb, Takari, is a person. And you see the young child. The rabbit represents fertility. This is a chick, a biddy. This represents childhood, an infant, infancy. You see the water representing the womb. And here, Tacori, you see the child in the womb. The determinative gives specific context of people, Tacori. Men, mankind, people. You see what? People in the glyph with the plural indicator. Talking about men, mankind, and people. Associates, his family. These are people, Tacori. And in the glyph, you see the people. The people in these glyphs below can be title holders. A child could be a title holder. Your enemy could be a title holder, Tacori. But the title isn't representing a person until, like I've been saying the last month, and you demonstrated in your second round, until it's attached to a first person proper noun name of an actual person, Tacori. Thanks for proving me right in your last round. We covered everyone in the definition of person. Everybody, everyone. We covered everyone in the definition of person. Men, women, children, everyone. And in everyone, you see people in everyone. Groups of females, you see the female with the plural indicator. These are people, Tacori. This is how you identify people. Without even knowing the metadata, you can look at the glyphs on the wall when you see these particular glyphs and identify that these glyphs are referencing people, because determinatives, again, point to exact meaning. Even the cartouche that you displayed in your last round points to the exact meaning of king, which is a person. People who will go against Naga get left in piles of bodies, Tacori. See the piles of bodies? You see the man laying down, Tacori? We're talking about dead bodies of people, Tacori. You're one of them. You're going in this pile. Actually, the last round, you just put yourself in that pile. People, mankind, humanity. You see the people. Surely determinatives matter, Tacori, even the cartouche that you just brought out. It matters because it points to a person. And then inside of it is a first person proper noun name, which also identifies a person in all languages, Tacori, because people are first person proper nouns. People are proper nouns, Tacori. That's one thing you got to realize. Through 3 different hieroglyphic dictionaries is consistent. As you can see, this is the 3rd hieroglyphic dictionary. You see this. Assessors, you see the person. Assessors, you see it, the seated God determinative with the plural, indicating plural numbers of people holding this position. Assessors, again, you see the person, plural indicator. Associate with, you see the person. Associates, you see people, plural indicator. Associates, you see people, plural indicator. But assuredly, it's not a person, so you don't see that. Assigned is not a person, so you don't see that. How many examples have we seen of glyphs containing people and literally meaning people? Body of officials, this is people, because we see the person in it. The determinative of this person in the glyph points to the specific meaning of people. Body of people, Tacori. You see what? People in the glyph. Plural indicator in the glyph. Determinatives absolutely matter, Tacori. Bodyguard, that's a person. You see the person, Tacori. Body of craftsmen. You see the person with the plural indicator. Body of men, Tacori. These are people. You see the person with the plural indicator. I'm not reaching for titles. I'm reaching for words that literally mean people, Tacori. The only words you reach for that are literally referring to people are found inside of a cartouche, which is a determinative that points to the specific meaning of king, Tacori, unbeknownst to you. This is why you don't get into debates on topics you don't really truly understand. This is why you humble yourself and learn from thy brother. The glyphs I've shown are dealing with people and their actions. To chew. You see the people. Multiple examples of this. You know what I'm saying? I went back to the first hieroglyphic dictionary, depicting the same thing. Answer, disposition, statement, advocacy, speech in defense of something. You're going to need a speech in your defense, Tacori, by people, like you see in this glyph. The wailing woman. You see the woman. You see the people, you see the woman, you see the plural indicator. Eat, consume, feed on, to swallow. You see the people, because this is the action of a person. To eat. Back to another hieroglyphic dictionary. This is Gardner. The last one was Budge. Person is defined as man, woman, or child in determinative matter, hence the person in them all. And you see man, men, mankind, Egyptians, people. You see the people in the glyph. Woman. You see the woman in the glyph. Child. Become a child. You see the child literally in the glyph, Tacori. Because this is what this determinative that the finger is pointing to, that's what that means. Young child. It gives that specific connotation. We're not dealing with ambiguity over here. Child in the womb, like I showed you earlier, even the baby in the womb is a person, Tacori. The Egyptians knew this, and they depicted this in their writing. We're going to go deal with some more of them. Boom, go back to here, because I wanted to show y'all this anyway. Here you go. The consistency is present in Budge and Gardner's work, Tacori. Here go your title. Notice the capitalizations. You see the capitalization of the titles? This is how you know you're dealing with proper titles, Tacori. When they are capitalized, that's how you know you're dealing with a proper title. And it will be depicted as such, Tacori, because proper titles are referencing people. So the glyph will have a person in it. Inhabitants of Buddha. We're talking about people. You see the people in the glyph. You see the determinative for specific. This means land, Tacori. This will let you know that you're dealing with a city. This determinative gives that specific meaning. You can just about look at the determinatives in the glyphs and know that it's talking about a people from a certain land. That land being Buto, the inhabitants of Buto. Both of these are terms that indicate people and not titles. Foreigner. You see the people in this glyph. And we know it's foreigner because the throw stick determinative, Tacori, indicates and gives the specific meaning of foreign people. Foreigner. So you see the foreigner determinative with the people. That's how we know these foreigners are people. Look at the term Nubian. We know Nubians are people, Tacori. We be screaming that Nubian shit all day long. Matter of fact, I'm naming my daughter that's on the way, Arenas. You see the throw stick determinative because Nubians was a foreign nation to Egypt. And you see the person in the glyph because these are references of people. The Nubians are people. Stranger, foreigners, barbarians. You see the person, you see the throw stick determinative with the plural indicator, letting you know there's multiple of them. Asiatic, you see the person, Tacori. The captive. Foreign determinative, letting you know that this Asiatic captive is foreign. Both Nubian and foreign nations are talking about people. Foreign nations, you see, these indicate land. This indicates a foreigner. These are people. Foreign nations are talking about people, groups of people. Nubian, here you see another version of Nubian. Same thing. Citizens, townsmen, these are people, Tacori. You see the person. You see the plural indicator. You see this determinative indicating the city. So these are the people of this city, letting you know that we're talking about citizens, townsmen, people.
Time.
All right, all right. Then we going for the question and answer round. Who going first?
I'm gonna go first since I went first. Uh, Karima, you can yeah, you can start that time. That time.
Okay, we're doing 5 minutes question round.
I see you sweating too, Reuben.
How many minutes you doing?
5. We
I
can do
think
5. What you
well,
want?
no,
What you?
we
Y'all,
had
JJ said 5 questions.
5 questions, 1 minute to answer.
Right.
Okay, Reuben. What was your point of showing all of those glyphs with person determinatives in it?
My purpose for showing those glyphs with person determinatives in it to show you that when you referencing people, these were all terms referencing people, and they all had the person determinative in it. Even the names you showed had person determinative, the cartouche. Next question.
Um, you do know that's not my argument, right? My argument was that some of them they don't have to have it in there, which means that there can be
Next question, bro.
Hold on, dude. That's my next question. You do realize that that wasn't my argument. My argument was simply dealing with the glyphs that didn't have the person determinatives. So you using those glyphs with person determinatives is a straw man argument. Are you familiar with the topic when it means do they have to have?
To first prove that me showing glyphs of people with people determinatives in it is a straw man argument in the debate that's titled, does the glyph have to have a person determinative to mean the person? I showed you words that mean people with the person determinative in it. So you have to first prove that that is a straw man tactic or a straw man argument, because your argument is that titles are people. And my argument is that titles are not people until you attach a first person proper noun name in it. And when you display those first person proper noun names, each and every one of them you displayed were inside of a determinative that indicates a specific thing, which is a king.
That's it. Okay, like I said, that wasn't my argument. When it says do it have to have, I'm not against the fact that there are person determinatives in the glyph that don't, I mean, that's dealing with a person. My argument is that there are certain glyphs that don't have person determinatives in it, but still talking about a person. Pepe the second, his name translate from the glyphs, but it doesn't have a person determinative in it. Is Pepe the second not a person?
That's why you find his name inside of a cartouche, which indicates that he was a king, and a king is a person, making the cartouche a person determinative.
But it didn't have the literal person determinative in it. It didn't have the literal person. Hold on. It didn't have the literal person determinative in it. It literally didn't, especially the ones that you showed. But you said that according to you, 14 out of 23 of those pharaohs that I showed that didn't have person determinative in it, they weren't literal people. They were something else, according to you.
Is this your fourth question?
Yes, that's my full question.
Oh, again, each and every one of those names you showed were inside of a cartouche. And if you go to the determinative list, you will find the cartouche and what it means. It points to a specific thing, and that specific thing is a royal name or a king. And that's why you find first person proper noun names inside of the cartouche, and people, their names are first person proper nouns. This is how you identify people. People are identified as proper nouns. And those names you showed were all inside of cartouches, which is a determinative category that points to a specific meaning, that meaning being king. I'm King Naga. Am I not a person, Tacori?
You can't ask me questions yet. You can ask me that in your own round. But here's the thing. You went on a whole spiel about person determinatives with glyphs with person determinatives in it. That's not. That's why the topic is: do it have to have? It's not do the glyph have a person determinative in it when dealing with a person. It's do it have to have? Which I'm saying it can and it doesn't have. But in some of them it does, and some of them it doesn't. And you saying it is mandatory that the glyphs have person determinative in it when it's talking about it. I'm saying it's not mandatory, which means it could go both ways.
Is that your fifth and final question?
That's my final question.
Again, to respond to that question, every name you brought out that wasn't a title, Tacori, was a first person proper noun name that was inside of a determinative that points to a specific meaning, that specific meaning being a king or queen, a royal name. We know that this is people. So the cartouche is a person determinative. It not only determines a person or a king, it determines that this king is set apart and is the embodiment of the gods in the flesh on earth, according to Kemetic culture, Takari. This is what you don't understand. You have to understand the culture to understand the language, because language and culture go hand in hand. It's like trying to be a Hebrew without studying the Hebrew language. You know what I'm saying? Because the culture and the language go hand in hand. Language is the foundation of culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you brought out those names and all of them were inside of a cartouche, all you did was demonstrate what I have been telling you for the last month. When you search these titles, you're going to get first person proper noun names of people. That's because titles are possessions of these people and not the people.
So Pepe II wasn't a person. Khufu wasn't a person.
That's not what I said.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Your
So
question,
according to you,
No,
already
no
wait a
more
asked
minute.
your fifth
questions. That's
question.
5 questions, brother.
Okay, my bad.
You asked your fifth question.
Okay, you can start your question. My bad.
First question to you, Takara, is a king a person?
Yes, a king a person. A king can be a person.
So my next question is, if the cartouche gives a specific meaning of king, how is it not a person determinative when it is indeed a determinative that gives the specific meaning of king?
Because anytime somebody talk about a king, everybody know that that's a person. Ain't no dogs, ain't no cats, ain't no wouses running whole kingdoms. That's just simple.
That's
Next
exactly
question.
why you find these names inside of cartouches, which indicates a king, which is a person. You don't find dogs and cats inside of cartouches. But next question is, what is a determinative and what is the function of a determinative in the medulla?
The functions give different attributes and concepts of person, places, or things. Like, say, for instance, when you have a priest, there will be a symbol. There could be a symbol of a person, but they don't have to be a symbol of a person. It could be a symbol of water, because water represents purification, and one of the roles of the priest is that they purify.
That sounds good, but it's incorrect. Determinatives, the function of determinative is to give meaning to the glyph, to point to exact meaning. That's the function of a determinative. Determinatives point to exact meaning in the glyphs and makes these
Is
phonetics
that a question?
less ambiguous. No, I'm about to ask you the question.
You have to ask me the question, bro.
I was responding to your response like you did to mine.
But
You know what
you
I'm
gotta
saying?
ask me a
All
question.
right, I'm back. All right, hold up. All right, go ahead. Ask the question, family.
Yeah,
I
the
got
question incorrect. All right. So what question I'm on? How many that was? That was two?
That was 4.
That was 2.
Oh, that was 4.
That was two. I asked you, is a king a
What question?
person? I asked you, is a king? Well, it might be three. I asked you, is a king a person? Is and it's something about the cartouche and the specific meaning of the cartouche. Then I asked you the function of a determinative. So I'm on question 4 now.
All right, go ahead.
Without being attached to a first person proper noun name is a title of person. Tacori.
These are concepts that's dealing with a person. A mayor, if a mayor doesn't have a person determinative in a title, it's still a person because we know
That's not the question.
99.9% of the time
Now, let
that people are mayors.
Let me re-ask the question so you understand it. Without being
So what is your
attached,
question too?
without being attached to a first person proper noun name is a title a person.
Yes, the title is a person due to the fact that anytime we are dealing with an officer, a governor, a mayor, a banker, these are titles that people hold, and these titles connect to people 99.9% of the time. You won't see a darn pit bull trying to give me money at a darn bank. So, hey, that's it.
That's incorrect, but it's
That's
like
5 questions. We can go
All
to the
right.
quiz.
no, that's
That's
not 5
5.
questions. That's 4. That's
Okay, you
5.
got one more.
You can't repeat though.
That's
You
4.
can't repeat one question twice.
I repeated the question to you so you can understand it. I was actually being
Understood the
fair.
question. Just because you think I didn't understand it, that's your problem. Of
All
course
right,
you're gonna
last question, brother. Last question.
no, it's not.
Hold up.
No, it's
All right, hold up. Okay, hold up.
Let him go to
you're not even a host no more.
All right, just chill. It's almost over to Corey. I don't know if it's he reiterated one of his questions, but I get what you're saying. But let's end this in the right way. Man, it was kind of
Okay,
Corey. Is
gone.
you okay if he asks one more?
Now gone ask me one last question.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Let me see. Let me check my notes right quick. Let me see what I want to ask you.
Eric, you still on the
Okay.
panel? I don't see you.
I'm gonna ask you this question. In
Yeah.
language, how do you identify words that mean people in any language? I mean, what part of speech do people? Let me rephrase that. What part of speech? What part of speech that names of people fall under, Tacori?
You say what part of speech?
Yes. What part of speech do the names of people fall under?
What part of speech?
Yes.
Repeat your question again.
What part of speech do names of people fall under in languages?
Determinatives.
Incorrect.
You can't answer my question for me, but okay.
I did.
All
We can go
right,
to
that's it, everybody.
The answer is proper nouns.
Okay.
That's the
All right.
answer.
That's it, everybody. You guys, everybody went through the 2 15-minute rounds, 5 questions apiece. I hope everybody enjoyed this match. This was a different topic than other than the Esau and Jacob is a 12 tribe chart nonsense that we always be doing. So I'm glad that you guys brought something different to the table. So
Absolutely.
what we're gonna do for the people, we're gonna start off with the 3 judges, and we're gonna find out who's the next Lions Den debate champion. We're going to start off with the elder apostle. Go ahead, elder.
Yeah, I wanted to come on because I want them to see me as I
All right,
address it.
put the camera on the judge, please, Sister Karima.
Yeah, I want them to see me. This was not easy. A lot of times they were saying the same thing. So what I had to do was just single things down to a single reference. of the topic and what each one was trying to bring. So debater one that went first, he was saying that
That's
the
Tacori.
term is, say what?
Tacori went first. Tacori went first.
Yeah, debater number one. He was saying that the term it is are people, and they do not have to be identified by personal names, but they're still people. Debater number two was saying, no.
That's Reuben.
No, it's not a determinative. It's a title, but unless it's attached to a proper name, then it's not a determinative. Everybody look at my name. Apostle is a title. Zaquan is a title. But that's who I am in the Hebrew world. I am a person. People know me by apostle, not by Stanford Otis Montgomery. So, there's your answer. Determinatives are titles, and titles are persons. Regardless whether it is attached with a proper name or not. Zaquan means elder, which is a noun, not a proper noun. Apostle is a proper noun. It is a title. But if I ask or I make a statement, the apostles are in the upper room. Everybody know what we're talking about. The apostles. That's my answer.
That don't tell us who you voted for, brother.
It don't. Were you listening?
I'm listening, but I need you to say it.
Okay.
Come on, man. Yeah,
number one, debater number one mostly proved his point. Although in a lot of parts they agree. I am apostle. I am a person, and you know me by apostle. You don't have my proper name. So that point, Reuben is wrong.
So who'd you pick?
Debater number one.
Tacori.
Yeah, Tacori. Yeah, okay, Tacori. All right. We just trying to get you to say his name, Apostle.
Yeah.
All right. First vote goes to Tacori. Eric, Mad Scientist, you are up. Eric, Mad Scientist, are you on the panel?
Unmute your mic.
Is he still here?
He was just here. Eric.
All right, brother Jaquan, go ahead, man.
Hey, shalom, y'all. Honestly, a lot of things that Elder said, I gotta agree with, because for me, it's more of a draw, because I feel like they both proved their point. Like, I want to see this again if you really want to be honest, because I feel like it's a stand a standstill because decorum, when you're dealing with scholarship of Egypt, it's always gonna clash with depending on what type of source you use. That's why I hate the debates about Egypt, because depending on whatever source you use, you might even be saying the same thing. Tacori used the example of, like Apostle said, that it could be talking about a person or it doesn't. And then Naga chopped them up, showing his sources where it doesn't. So it's like, damn, I can't see him be biased. So honestly speaking, family, I gave it a draw. I want to see this again. I think y'all should have brought in the debate title a little bit better, because I feel like with the sources that y'all use, y'all said the same shit.
Yeah, that's when you agree with your opponent, that's a concession of defeat.
Now
He agreed. He agreed.
Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all.
Right,
Hold up. I got
right.
one more judge, y'all. Come on, man. Don't come on, y'all. Because I don't think as he said, both of y'all was agreeing with each other.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I think it was a draw because based on the information and the scholarship that they both use, they both proved their points. So there was nobody wrong. To calm his sources and show his points, and Naga basically chopped them up with his shit. So it's literally a draw.
All right. So we got one vote for Tacori, one vote to draw, and the next judge is Eric Man Scientist. Go ahead, family. Unmute your mic, please.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I give it to Naga because when I first had asked about the kingship thing, and he explained the canoe thing, and with Corey, if he would have at least went outside of the canoe and showed it, then I would have picked him. But by him going inside the canoe and Naga explaining about the king and how how the king is actually a person too, and basically the second round is kind of like Tacori kind of almost was saying what Naga was saying, basically was our Naga argument. So I would say Naga.
All right. So as y'all can see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have come to a stalemate. One judge goes to King Naga, one judge goes to Tacori TKO, and the other judge was undecided. Man, I didn't expect it to end like this, but sometimes it do. Reuben has also been involved in a debate like this. It was a draw. I forgot about that one with brother Andy Dominus. So we don't have a clear cut winner. So what we could do is y'all could come up with another topic, and we'll figure it out in the back chat, man. I guess nobody lost in this one, man. I really wanted to see a winner, but we'll have y'all come back. Y'all have another topic y'all can come up with, and y'all can go at it again.
It's Mr. Phillips in the audience. I want him to come up with the chart and give his opinion too.
I don't know if he's seen the whole debate. He can have his opinion, but his vote won't count because when we try to get,
we're not counting him as.
Well, I mean, okay, if you want to come up, but it don't count. I was trying to find.
The audience speak too.
Right, I get that, but I'm saying I try to catch up with him. I really wanted him to be a part of the judging, but he said he's in the audience. It won't count, but we can see what he said.
Yeah, he was. He was in for a long time. So, he was.
But what I'm saying, Karima, we can't use him.
No, I don't need. I'm not trying to use him as a judge.
Right.
I'm letting the audience come. Barbara up here. I want her to speak, and I just want the audience to react and give their opinion on the debate.
Let's just leave it. Go ahead.
I mean, if it's up to the debaters, it ain't counted as a vote. It's just basically
One thing I do notice, all three judges agree that basically they all were saying the same thing. I noticed that.
Well, who is this on the panel?
This
Chief is Black.
Yeah.
Chief is Black. Did you see the whole thing, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I seen the whole thing, man. I'm gonna have to give it to Naga because he was basically saying the same thing. Not Naga was saying the same. His opponent was saying the same thing in the middle of the debate, and I do agree that titles is not people. You know, title is a classification. But so I give that to Naga, really.
All right. Where's Philip? Where's Mr. Philip?
I don't know, but Barbara.
Okay. Go ahead, Sister Barbara. You have to unmute your mic.
Well, somebody trying to come in. So if you ain't got nothing to say, you can step down, Cephas, and I'm gonna remove Barbara. Somebody else trying to come in. So.
All right. Well, it's officially a draw, man. And will you brothers be able to? Is King Naga still out here at both debaters, or they left?
Yeah, I'm still there.
All right, so I think y'all can come up with another topic behind the scenes and get this battle over again. Different topic.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what he got in mind. You know, I like to tackle this topic again because he just basically confirmed that I was right in all three of his rounds. You know what I'm saying? He brought out first person proper noun names of these title holders, and that's how you identify people, by first person proper noun names.
Y'all think y'all could bring more to the table on this topic?
I think that's what I'm saying, JJ. They should just keep the same thing, just try to broaden it a little bit and make it a little bit more widespread. Because I mean, the shit was just too close to home, man.
Okay.
Okay, there go Philip.
Hey, Philip, brother, I'm gonna have to get your phone number, family. I've been trying to reach out to you all day to get you to judge this debate. This brother right here, he has no ties. He fell off. He has no ties really to nobody in that back chat. And that's what he do. He got a judging system and everything. So as soon as he come back on, let's just see what he said. I mean, you know how you feel about it. But we already got the three official judges, but you know, it's always gonna be people in the audience that go both ways, vote for both persons. But let's see what. Go ahead, put the camera on the perimeter.
And y'all can catch your voice in the audience, but they don't count. They just,
Yeah, it don't count because they didn't agree to an audience or a poll. They agreed to three judges. All right, go ahead, family. You have to unmute your mic.
Sorry, good night. Shalom to all. I came in at the end of the third round, I think it was, just before the Q&A. So I didn't get to hear the debate. As a matter of fact, I think the advertisement showed that you were going to start at 10 o'clock. So I came in like 2 minutes before 10, but you were already on for over an hour. So I don't know, maybe it's are you on the East Coast?
No, the debate started at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What star did you see?
It was Central. It was Central. Yeah, it was about 8 o'clock.
It was about 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
Now he talking about the YouTube. No, the YouTube said 10 o'clock. That's what I was trying to tell you, Jason.
Right.
The YouTube said 10 o'clock.
It's at 10 o'clock, yeah.
Right, and I'm going by it. Well, if it's one, we gotta make it simple for everybody and start on East Coast. If it's 8 o'clock, I mean East Coast time. You know what I'm saying? 8, 7,
we actually
6, 5.
started like 9 o'clock East Coast time.
What the flyer say?
I don't know.
The flyer says 7 o'clock.
I said it for 7. I set a reminder for 7. I don't know what they were saying, but it was 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we had discussions up to almost 8:45.
Okay, but Phil, can you leave your number in the private chat so I can get a hold of you?
I did it last time, but I'll do it again, no problem.
Okay, I appreciate that. But so you didn't get to see the debate?
No, I didn't get to see it. No. So
can you, while you're here, can you go over for the people for the next debate? Just show them your system that you came out with.
Okay, let me bring it up. Give me 1 minute. Let me just bring it up.
Okay.
All right. This is this.
Hey.
Somebody want to speak? I see they got their hand up. Oh,
Yes,
Sister Barbara. Unmute your mic, Sister Barbara, real quick.
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment when we get a chance.
Yeah, okay, sure. Go ahead, Sister Barbara.
She gotta unmute her mic. You gotta unmute your mic, Miss Barbara.
It is unmuted. Once you got to go out and come back in.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Got to go out, come back in.
All right. Well, while she's doing that, go ahead, Brother Philip. Share your screen, Sister Karima. Please and thank you.
Okay. So this is a system
Everybody mute your mic so we can hear.
That we can use to judge debates. The categories I have, these categories can be, you could include more categories if possible, especially if two debaters want to be judged on certain particular aspects, right? And so we have a 2-1 scoring system. Oh my gosh, I have the name. Okay, this is the last debate where we saw that I judge Apostle winning over California Beer based on these credentials here: presentation, information, decorum. That means your attitude when you know, like if you want to interrupt somebody or cuss out somebody, you know. In a debate, we don't need that unnecessarily, right? Interruptions, well, I just said that. And then you have knowledge. Some people may know a topic, but just because you know that topic well doesn't mean you do a good job in presenting. So, and some people may know not as other people. So, when you talk on a particular topic, some people just go around in circles, saying the same thing over and over again. And the person who seemed to have a wider knowledge should be the person winning in this category. Clarity. Now, this clarity has to do with, sometimes again, you have people who may have a lot of knowledge, but when they make a presentation, when they do a presentation, you're not certain of what they're saying. They're not clear on the knowledge they're presenting to you. So they could throw a lot of information to you, and at the end of the day, you don't know what they're talking about, right? So in a debate, I think debaters need to be clear. After you present all the information, or while you're presenting the information, the audience must be aware of what point you're attempting to drive home. That was clarity, right? Then source or sources. Again, the more sources that are applicable to the topic is a plus, because in a debate you don't want to just use one source or just a few sources or an outdated source. You want to use sources that are more up to date, and the wider the source, the closer the chance is that you may be closer to the truth, right? And then how well stuck to the topic. That's another important point, because some people, again, have what I call mental indiscipline. Many of us have mental indiscipline. You start talking on one thing, and before you finish in 2 or 5 or 10 minutes, you talk on like 99 other things, you see? So we got to me, in this system, how well you stick to the topic is a plus for you. So presentation, information, decorum, interruption, time use, knowledge base, clarity, sources used, and how well you stuck to the topic. There may be somebody who may think that some other category needs to be included. You can let me know. And then you have the section for the general presentation. I put in 4 rounds just in case, you know, maybe somebody goes longer than usual. And then we have the question or cross question time. Same thing, judge on the same principles. And then the closing, right? Again, closing might be...
Hey, hold on for 1 minute. Hey, yeah. Karima, somebody put Shekamet in timeout. She is part of the line. Will you give her a wrench so that don't happen again, Karima?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, whoever put her in timeout, she part of the team. She just rooting for, you know, whoever she rooting for. All right, go ahead.
Right. So closing. All right. One of the things I probably should have something here for introduction also, right? Because introduction and closing or conclusion are very important. Because while in the body of your presentation, you might lose the audience a little bit. The introduction should give a guide as to what coming in the body, right, of the presentation, and then the closing should tie it back up. So just in case somebody may have wandered away in their minds, right, or the audience, you are using the introduction and the conclusion or the closing to kind of drive home your point as strongly as you possibly can. So I think this is another important category here, right? And on a 2-1, we could change the system if it's 2-1 or 10-8 or 10-9 or 5-4, whatever. It doesn't matter. But this is pretty much what I have.
Thank you.
No problem. And
all right. So did you put your number in the private chat, Phil? So
okay,
I can
do it now. 718.
Yeah. We like you. These guys are gonna have a rematch. Hold up a minute. I got you. They're gonna have a rematch. So I like you to be the judge, and maybe you can get 2 more people on your judging team to judge this next rematch. Go ahead, Anu.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, it was a good debate. It was grueling. It was really one sided to me. JJ, I just wanted to ask you a simple question. Do you ever had a title to your house or a title to your car?
Yeah.
Are you the title of your car? Are you the title of your house?
Am I the title?
Yeah, or is your title a person? The title of your house is the title of your house a house, or is the title of your car is it a title?
I'm just the host, man. I don't want to be.
I'm just asking because when
It's the
in
governor.
the
It's the
debate,
governor that regulates the speed of a truck or person.
look in the debate. Reuben specifically put up that definition that is specific to language science when it says a title isn't a person. That is language science. That ain't someone's opinion. That's not according to your belief. You see what I'm saying? Like that's syntax laws. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like maybe some people don't understand language and how language functions, or
Right.
but it was a really good debate though.
Yeah, it was, and it was a different topic. The very first time we kind of had this topic, we really didn't understand what the hell was going on. To be honest, so it's getting better. It's kind of like the second time we had this discussion or debate. So I think the next time we'll let y'all sit down with the 3 judges before, and they can give them an idea where y'all coming from, like we kind of did today. That way they know.
Hey,
what to look
JJ.
for.
Yeah, JJ.
Yeah.
Let me say something
Yeah,
real
go ahead,
quick.
fam.
Yeah, I just want to say this. When he wanted the names of the people in the glyph, I gave him them names. I gave like 14 out of 23 pharaohs from their bloodline that didn't have person determinatives in their name, but yet, according to Reuben, they wouldn't be people. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't the fact that I was just dealing with titles. I was showing that those titles I was showing in the first round that those titles connect with those people with literal names that held those titles. That's what I did. He's worried about when they said that we both agreed on the same thing because he was doing straw man arguments, because my position was not that he thought the topic was, do the glyph have a person determinative in it when dealing with a person. That's why he was showing those glyphs. I wasn't in disagreement with that. That's why I said, do the glyphs have to have, which mean it can, but it don't have to all the time. That's what I was saying. And I showed that there was glyphs with no person determinatives in it that was still dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you talk about a king, like if somebody say, man, there's a king that died over there in Alaska, everybody know that that's a person that died, that ruled, that had power. Nobody gonna
That
think it's
being
a
said,
dog or a spirit.
that being
Spirit of
said,
any man, wait up, bro. Wait up,
go ahead,
bro.
my response
Wait
to
up.
you. Go ahead,
Don't
bro.
interrupt it. Don't interrupt me. So you talking about I was agreeing with you. You threw a whole straw man argument out. Does nowhere that I ever said that there was, I mean, that there's when the glyphs have a person determinative in it, it's not talking about a person. That's why the topic is, do it have to have a person determinative in it? Which means it can, but it don't have to. It can go both ways. So while you talk about I'm disrespecting the glyph, you limiting the glyphs. That's what you doing. I'm not doing that. You're limiting the
Every
glyphs. I'm saying that even though I don't mess with the Kemetic culture, I can say that the glyphs and all languages are unique and they have multiple ways of giving you their meanings. They don't have singular ways of giving you their meaning. A priest can have a person
That make it
determinative in it,
say
but it also can have a water determinative in it too, represent purity because priests are the ones that purify you. That's all I'm saying.
that being said, young brother, when it was your burden of proof to demonstrate that. And the names that you brought out, each and every one of them were written inside of a determinative, Takari, that points to a specific meaning, that meaning being king. As you just said yourself, kings are people. So, how isn't this determinative that a first person proper noun name is written inside of, not a person determinative, Takari? And this is what you brought out in your demonstration, which is why they feel like we agree. You know what I'm saying? And you were saying that they didn't have to have that, and all you demonstrated was that it did, not knowing that the cartouche was a person determinative, one that points to the specific meaning of a person. It's not my fault that you didn't know that when you accepted this debate. But when you brought that out, it was you committing suicide. I already had that loaded in the chamber. Because I knew that was the only thing you could reach for. Because you think I'm talking about a physical person in the glyph, not knowing that it's glyphs outside of the physical people that you see in the glyphs that gives the meaning of people, which makes these people determinatives if they point to that specific meaning. And
Dude,
every
I
name,
showed.
don't cut me off. Every name you brought out in your demonstration, when you searched the title, you found first person proper noun names and then proceeded to demonstrate and prove me right by showing each and every one of these first person proper noun names inside of a determinative, the cartouche that indicates a person. Takari.
All right. Well, you know
Listen, now
what?
listen.
Hey, hello, bro.
Okay,
Well, we got to hold on real quick, real quick. One judge said that, hey, agree with Corey. One judge agreed with Reuben, and the other judge, y'all just couldn't convince. So, I mean, it's all about convincing the judges. Uh, this is a new topic, so Sister Barbara said she
Good with
think
it.
everything went down the middle. That was fair. It wasn't like it was a bias. We
Oh,
had biased judges.
I don't feel like it was biased to no certain way, you know what
Okay,
I'm saying? The it went how it went, you know
went
what I'm
how it
saying?
went.
But it's just I hope this time that my opponent give me a rematch, and what I'm challenging you on is along the same lines of this topic, Takari, is our titles people.
so Ruben, I got a question for you, bro. So in the glyphs that he's shown that didn't have people in them, were those glyphs, did those glyphs have proper proper names in them to
No,
indicate?
it was not, no. The only one that was capitalized was Mar, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I brought out and showed him that the same word has person determinatives in it when it's referencing a person. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
because when I was
okay,
looking,
hey,
when I
check
was
this out.
hold on.
Because
When I was looking at the information, I noticed that they were all titles, and they weren't
right,
actually referencing
they're not right.
any one person in particular. Like
And
it'll say governor of the storehouse, but governor of the
right,
storehouse is a title.
that's a title. Yeah,
Nobody names
But
their
we know
child
that when
governor
we
of the
talking
store.
yeah,
about,
that's a
but
title.
we know
Hold
that
on,
when
hold
it's
Now,
on,
talking
brother.
about a
now,
governor,
Hold
we
now,
on,
know
brother.
that that's a person that's dealing
Hold
with that.
hold
That's
on,
fact.
brother. Hold on.
That's fact.
So nobody names their child governor of the storehouse. So we know that that's a title,
But
that's a position, that's a
but dude,
function.
but dude,
Hold
listen,
on, I'm just talking to Reuben, brother. You know what I'm
bro,
saying? So,
and JJ 7000. This why he see. This is
well,
what these
I'm
Nagas
just
do
talking to
all the
Reuben,
time.
brother. I don't.
They
What's
don't they
wrong?
don't they don't they don't go to war with you single handedly. They got to have a body of
I'm
people
I
just,
mean, what
against
you
one
I'm
mean go
just
to
person.
war?
talking
All
to
This is
right,
what
Reuben.
they
okay,
do, and
okay,
this is what
hold
they
up,
do all the
Man.
time in the back
all right,
channel.
I
hold
was
up,
just
hold up,
asking
hold
Reuben a
up, hold up.
You
Hey,
cannot
hey,
have your
Reuben a question,
sidekick
bro. You
trying to
got
hey,
fix it
triggered.
Karima,
for
can you
you.
mute the panel, please? All right, well, we all know that Anu is riding with Naga. That's his team. So let him do a statement. Tori, don't even trip because you know he ride with him. We know this. Everybody know this.
Right.
So of course he's
I
gonna
was just
cater a
asking for
question.
Ain't
clarity.
none of
All
this.
right, hold
Ain't
up,
none
just
of.
hold up. You know he's gonna cater a question towards his friend. It's okay, y'all. It don't matter what he say right now because the debate is a draw. Now,
Yeah,
what
it's a
we do
draw.
need to do, well, because I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready to go to sleep, man. What we did, well, we can set up something from behind the scenes because it's still a vacancy. I appreciate both of y'all. Y'all did good. Y'all brought out a lot of information. Let's keep it respectful, man. We ain't got to, end on a clown note.
Right,
You
right,
know.
right.
So go ahead and say what you gotta say, and then to Corey, you can respond to that. Then we'll let both of y'all close out. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
You can
Ruben.
rock
So,
with it.
I was like I said, I was just really making that distinction when I seen it because the titles that they were using, those names weren't actually proper names. They were actually just titles to certain functions, and that's what titles are. They basically describe a function and not necessarily a person. You see what I'm saying? A person can perform those functions, but the function
Right.
itself is not a person. So yeah,
And
like I said, I synced that. I didn't know if the judges had synced it, but
yeah, actually, and that demonstrated
Okay, JJ,
exactly.
can I
And that
respond?
his
No,
question
hold
was to
on, dude,
me.
because
All
y'all
right,
can't keep
Ruben.
going.
Hold on, Ruben. It's his turn. It's
well,
Corey's
I was
turn.
talking directly to
This
Ruben,
is.
but all right.
I don't
Okay,
care who you
hold up,
talking
y'all.
to.
Come on, man. Let the now he want to respond to you. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's. Okay. Corey
Now,
respond, Ruben respond, then Corey gonna respond, then the new gonna respond. We're gonna be
I'm
here
gonna
for a
say
whole
this and
nother
I'm
goddamn
finished.
hour, man.
I'm gonna say this and I'm finished because I ain't
All
long
right, go
winded.
ahead.
Now, here's the thing. It's a reason why I showed the statue of those people. Notice that when Reuben pulled out the myrrh, which are the priests of Anu, he never told you who it was if it wasn't talking about a person. So I showed you that the priests of Anu was people, and I showed you a list of these people. So whether he liked it or not, those were people. Those were people. If somebody say, "Hey, that cop killed a dude yesterday," who they gonna think? Who people gonna automatically assume? A person or a dog? 99% of the time, they gonna assume a person killed that. I mean, yeah, a person killed it because those titles
You
are
said
given
right, a
to
person
people.
or a dog.
Those are hold on, dude. Those are people. I mean, those are titles that are dealing with people. So whether he like it or not, those glyphs with non-person determinative in it that had those titles, they still connect with people. And that was my point. That was my point. And then he started throwing up glyphs with person determinatives in it that nobody even made an argument off of. So that was a straw man argument. A straw man argument is an argument you make that you make a claim that your opponent made, but he never made that claim. This is why I asked him in the Q&A, why you showing these glyphs with the person determinative in it? Because nobody disagrees with that. You supposed to be going at the glyphs that I'm pulling out. That's what you're supposed to be going with. When you look at Mur didn't have a cartouche on it, but yet we see that when we look up the priests of Anu, they are was people. They are was people.
What first person proper noun names inside of a cartouche, which indicates a person.
Dude,
Let him
but they
talk to Corey.
okay.
And
I'm
that's
done.
what you're not understanding, Tacori. All you did was prove me correct, Tacori, in your demonstration. Because what I've been telling you for a whole month is the title is not a person until the title is attached to a first person proper noun name. The title is not a person until it is attached to a first person proper noun name. This ain't what Reuben says. This is language arts, Tacori. This is language science. This ain't
So
Reuben words. And
so
and
Naga,
and
maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong.
Apostle, it's too late for all
I
that,
know.
bro.
I know.
No,
I just want to ask. Okay, I'm done.
whoa, no, you can't do that, bro. You already made your voice. Now you gonna. Now what you just did? Hold up. Now what you just did? So, cause now in the back chat, oh, well, the judge. See, this why. Hey,
That's what I'm
Bailey,
saying.
from that.
I'm
Oh,
just trying to get
hold up.
understanding.
Hold up, Apostle. You shouldn't even never said that. You already made your vote. Now maybe I'm wrong. No, it's too late for that shit. Don't do that in the debate, bro. Cause now it look like the judges don't even know what the hell they doing. So you know what? I'm glad it's a draw. So we're gonna get proper judges next time. Hey, Phil, hold up, man. Cause possibly you shouldn't have did that shit, bro. You mean maybe you're wrong? You can't do that, bro. Come on, man. So Philip, brother, I got your number. We're gonna use you, and you could grab another 2 people that you can work with, man. We can't use debaters and people in the back chat as judge. I had to do this because the people I was trying to go get, they either didn't answer the phone, it was time. I couldn't find no comedic people, you know. So, but no, Apostle, you can't do that, bro. That's just like you did a damn debate, and they talk about it. Oh well, I changed my mind for the person that Apostle's going to get. You be pissed. Come on, man, don't do that, bro. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close this out, Karima. We'll set some of it. I don't know, it was a good debate.
Did Barbara say something?
She can't unmute her mic. I mean, she.
Okay.
So I mean, because that's like, okay, so then Tacori can go on some more, and the next thing you know, you change your mind again. The debate over. You can't do that, Apostle. What you heard and what you seen is what they presented in the debate, and that was determined your decision. Now that they're doing it after the debate discussion, you change your mind. It don't work like that, brother. And I love you. So I hope nobody don't take that and run with it because it don't count. And all they're gonna do is cause confusion in the goddamn back chat. Promise.
Hey, JJ, I'm an honorable dude, you know what I'm saying? I take the draw like it is, you know what I'm saying? It's an honor to be on the platform to get the information out, because at the end of the day, ain't no losers in the debate, no way, you know what I'm saying? The people went from the information, you know what I'm saying? And that's my goal and aim, is to disseminate correct information, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter even if the judges voted me to lose, the people gonna follow up on the information that was brought forth in this debate, and they're gonna make their own decision based on that. Time will tell who really won, you know what I'm saying? Because the truth is undefeated.
Yeah, I get that part. But I mean, if the judge make the decision and the debate's over, and then y'all steady talking about more shit, and now that's just like Sarnetta do that shit. And then he'll try to get people to call in to go against me in my debates. The debate over, nigga. I don't give a fuck I don't care who calling in. Debate over.
Yeah, and
it's over. Once it says over, it's over. So a judge cannot get on here. Please don't ever do that again.
Yeah, I've been on 12 debates, man, and every time a debate happens, there's always somebody crying or somebody doing something.
Yeah, you know, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
And I keep
doing
telling you, like Naga says, about information, man. It's not about that you smarter than the other person. It's about that people learn from the debate, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
right. That's what it's supposed to be about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So all that do is make it for us to step in the ring again. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident that I'm gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's like all you gotta do is research the information yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see who's telling the truth and who pointing to what. It's like it's just that simple. He proved me right when he brought out those first person proper noun names inside of cartouches, not knowing that a cartouche is a determinative that points to the specific meaning of a king. And he himself says that a king is a person. You know what I'm saying? So how is this not a person determinative that this name is inside of when you search these titles and find these people?
Yeah, and I want to say, man, every time, like the people that I ain't speaking on people on the panel, but the people in the past and stuff that was crying when JJ put y'all on there, y'all win, y'all don't cry. When he let y'all get on the information and he let y'all see that he ain't bass and y'all be happy, and then when y'all lose, y'all try to act like and try to tear. Because when you trying to say that JJ and Kareem are bass, you're trying to tear the lines down when you do that. So you got to understand, these people are allowing you to get on the platform and put your information out, and you have no right to try to put them down because you asked to get on this platform.
Hey, like I said, the debate was art. See, That's why I wanted to shut it down when it was time when they was done, because people can now start bringing out more points. And now you'll be okay. Well, I'm gonna change. It's too late for that shit. Once the debate over with, that's like playing Monday morning water cooler. What plays you should have did on Sunday during the football game? Now the debate over. So Apostle, you a judge, don't ever do that again, please, man. Because now I see somebody out there. See, Apostle was agreeing. Somebody ran with it. I ain't calling. Somebody ran with that shit. And now that's gonna be, well, see, Corey, it really wasn't a draw because Apostle changed his mind. No, he didn't change his mind during the decision time after he got some more different information. Then he said maybe. So this is why we're gonna have to get the judges more familiar with the goddamn topic on the next debate, any debate. We already had the judges. Because I don't like shit like that, man. Apostle, you shouldn't have did that shit, man. For real, man. But I love you, Apostle, but come on, man. We can't do that. And anybody got any last words? I'm getting ready to lay it down.
Oh yeah, just thank y'all for allowing me to be a judge again. You know, trusting me and understanding that I'm not a biased person and I never gonna be biased. You know, and that's why I kind of stay out the back chats. You know, I be putting in sometimes. That's why I leave out because of things like this. I like judging. I like being in these debates and stuff, and I don't want nobody to think that I'm on nobody's side and this and that. And I go by the information, and I chose the information that I seen. I ain't choose off of biasness. So, and JJ is right. We gotta stop. You can't. I mean, it's cool today. I like that they was talking after that. That's no problem. But the judges should be quiet after they do their judgment and just let it be. And you know, and he right about that. But there could be a big confusion over it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, peace out and thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was one of the debaters, I agree with JJ and what he said, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to make this platform, help this platform grow, and that that don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Tell it to me in the back chat after the debate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do it for you to go edify yourself on the information and learn. You know what I'm saying? What you don't know today, you might come to realize was the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's a win for me regardless. So you ain't even got to do it to me. Do it like that on the platform. You can do that in the back chat or hit me in the inbox. I'm available. You know what I'm saying? King Naga ain't nowhere hiding. I'm out here. Tacori, you better step your ass in the ring again and I'm going to beat you up again. It's that simple.
Bro, you will never beat me up, bro. You'll never
All
beat me
right.
up.
With that being said, everybody, stay tuned for this rematch. Like I said, it's still a vacancy in the Lions Den the championship debate title. But that's all right because these two brothers got first dibs at it again. And hopefully another week or two. I don't know how long y'all think y'all gonna need to revamp. How long y'all think y'all gonna need? Are y'all using the same title?
Me, man, we might.
I can't. I come with another title. You know what I challenge them on? Our titles people. That's the rematch. Our titles people.
My debate is Pharaoh Pepe the second a person.
Oh, you demonstrated that here person. That's why his name is found inside of a cartouche, which indicates a
And
king,
the cult
which is a
and
person,
yes,
according to you.
yes, but it was supposed to have the actual person determinative in it. A cartouche is not a person
That's what.
determinative.
What's a king? What's a king? Is a king a person?
Dude, a cartouche is not a person
What
determinative. A
what
person
what what
determinative
what
is the
what?
literal what
Yes, it
it
is.
is, bro.
Right.
No, it's
What
not, bro.
specific? What
No, it's not. I
specific
just
meaning?
looked it up, bro.
What specific meaning do the cartoons point to in a determinative list?
Bro, real
What
question
what
is this
what
right here.
what
Real
what
question is this right
what
here.
spe-
Can you
that's
show us
what
what it says
specific
a
meaning?
cartouche is an actual person determinative?
I did. I showed that
No,
in
you
my
didn't.
presentation.
No, you
That
didn't.
the
No,
meaning
you
of a
didn't.
cartouche
No,
is a
you
royal
didn't.
name
All you
or
did was
king.
show a straw man
I
argument.
brought that out in
All
my
you
I
did was
brought
show
that
a
out.
straw man argument
I
and you
brought
confused the judges and
I
stuff.
brought that
That's
out
what
in
you
my
did.
presentation.
All
That's
right.
what you did.
All right,
I
y'all. Let's go
you,
ahead and wrap this up, y'all. It's been almost 2.5 hours.
you agree with me. Thank you.
Uh,
But
Apostle
yeah, I
being
accept
stubborn.
the JJ, I
Let
accept
me.
the tie. I accept the tie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of
Yeah,
the day,
our
we just
titles.
growing to learn. We
Do
all
we accept
learning and
the
stuff. We
rematch?
all don't know everything and
Do we
stuff
accept
like
that
that. We
rematch?
all learning
Do
and
you
stuff.
Yeah, I
agree?
Yeah,
know.
we gonna rematch. Is Pepe the
Apostle.
second a person? Is
We
all those
demonstrated that.
pharaohs a
We
person?
demonstrated that in this debate. Our
Yeah,
All
title
and
right,
they
good.
didn't have person
What
determinatives
else
in
can
the
I do
glyph.
then?
as they did. It was written inside of
No, it
them.
wasn't. The Katuch
And
is not a person
and,
determinative.
and yeah, yes, it is. What is
No,
a
it's
king?
not. No, it's
Is a
not.
king? Is a
Even
king a
when you
person?
showed those list of determinatives, it
Is
didn't
a
show a
king a
Katuch.
person? You yourself
It
said
didn't
a
show a
king.
Katuch.
You
Hold on.
yourself said a king was a person, and the
We can do
cartoon
this in the
says
back.
that.
Y'all can do that in the back chat. We about to close out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I don't know if he's coming back, but yeah. Um, hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Yes, there you go.
All right. So I guess Apostle mad at me. So let me correct this. He said that he didn't say he changed his mind. I didn't give him a chance to finish what he's saying, but it sure came out that way. It sounded like it to me. I
Yeah,
told him to come
he
on
was
here in
being
a corrective.
sarcastic.
Hey,
Hold up, man.
bro, it is what it is, JJ. Don't even hope on it. Let it be in the past, and let's move
Right, I'm gonna
forward.
let it
You know
be,
what
but
I'm
for
saying?
now, man. All right, I'm gonna let it go. All
Hey,
right,
hey,
so
Reuben, congratulations though, bro. You
Hey,
are a
yeah,
good debater,
likewise.
bro.
Hey, Tacori,
You are a good
Tacori, don't get
debater,
me
bro.
wrong.
Whether you think I'm
You
not or not, you a good
let me
debater,
tell
bro.
you, let
You
me
know what
tell
I'm
you
saying?
something. That's I'm gonna tell you something. That's why I didn't underestimate you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't always agree with the stuff you bring, but you out here, you doing your own research. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because as a young brother, you could be out here doing a whole lot worse things than that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a pleasure to share this ring with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, but we got to do this again so we can find out who the real champion of the Lions then.
Well, honestly, if you want, you can have the championship belt. I just like to
Oh,
debate.
nah. I
I
like
just
the
like to debate
competition. I don't,
because
people, let me
yeah,
tell
cause
you
me, I
something.
don't do this
Where's the
for
wisdom? What
recognition.
is the wisdom? I don't want you to give me nothing because I appreciate it more if I earn it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's like that's for anybody.
All
But
right.
like this, since you older than me, Reuben, I do look up to you in certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I do look up to you in certain stuff. You know, I never, I don't think I ever told you you was a whack debater. I never
And you,
told
you're
you
little
that,
bro, bro.
none of that.
Like I told
I
you.
always told you that, you know, even when like me and the new Kakarot would go at it, I'd be like, man, Ruben is the only smart one out of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I can't unacknowledge the fact that you do know your stuff and you do know your your linguistic stuff and your linguistic information. You do know it. You know what I'm saying? So it is so. Hey, appreciate the debate and appreciate the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
All
we'll
right.
do this again.
So okay. So are you saying somebody give me to mute their mic, please? All right. Are you saying that you will not do the rematch with your brother?
Um, me, I'm a think about it and stuff like that. But trust me, it's not a no.
Okay. Well, see, you understand there's a vacancy, right? All right. So if you don't want
That's
to
what
fight
I'm
for that,
saying.
all right.
That's
Okay,
what I'm.
Ruben, I'm about to find you. Okay, I'll find you another opponent for this. All right.
Yeah, like JJ, I do
So if you
apologize
would
and
have
stuff
won,
like
what you
that.
would have did with the title, fam? Just gave
I
me.
would have just left it vacancy. Like when I wanted to debate Tahuti, I even told you I didn't want to get. I was gonna take the title and give it back to Judah
All
Nazareth.
right. Well, you know what? We'll just do it like this. Ruben, you got it, bro. I need somebody to be the new face because oh boy retired. It seemed like Apostle. He changed his mind anyway. So we'll just go with that. Even though it's a draw, Ruben, you the new face, bro. Congratulations. Right, right. I mean, we hyped it all up, and then now Tacori said he didn't even want to be a part of that. I don't know, man.
Nah, look, JJ
I be
7000.
wasting my.
I don't need the champ to support you. You know I'm gonna support you for everything you done for me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right, I get it. All right, well, Ruben, congratulations, brother. We don't have to do a rematch. Tacori has basically said, he look up, your elder. So you're the new Lions Den champion. Uh, just be ready for everybody. They're gonna be trying to come at you. And I hate that it ended like this. I really want to see a clear-cut winner, but it's a draw. And Tacori said he don't want to do it. He basically,
I never said I wasn't gonna debate
nobody
him
wants to
again.
debate the same topic twice, and I get that.
Nah,
I get that.
that's why I changed the
Yeah,
topic. You
I
know what
get
I'm saying? That's why I narrowed the topic down to a title's people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's simple, it's cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? Either titles are people or they not. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm finna get up off here, y'all. So y'all
Nah,
can continue.
I'm about
Congratulations, both. Even though it was a draw,
relax,
we,
Dakota. It
we
was a pleasure, man.
yeah, we
Hey,
And
had to
congratulations,
give up
y'all.
a
It was a
grab.
great topic.
Yeah, it was a
there goes
good
Sister
debate.
Barbara.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, trust me, I'm
Hey,
gonna buy it.
Can y'all let the sister speak real quick?
yeah, I just wanted to say that the topic and the subject matter was really good. This is my first time being on StreamYard and seeing one of these live. And I wanted to say between the young man that was just talking, I think it was TKO or Reuben, I don't know which one, but they presented the information so good. They discussed pretty much the discussion was really close in what they were saying. They were just presenting it from different angles, so it really wasn't too much wrong in what was being said about the cartouche and its purposes and things. I really enjoyed it. They did a great job. The decorum was wonderful. Nothing but accolades.
All right. I'm glad you enjoyed the debate.
I'm gonna
A little
get
bit
better
of
at using this technology. I promise. I made the
yeah.
comment, but I put it somewhere in the chat. I don't know where I was supposed to put it,
Oh
All
shit.
right, so I
but
appreciate you
somewhere.
supporting it.
Thank you, and y'all have a wonderful night. Okay.
Okay, sure. I appreciate you supporting the channel.
Yes.
Pretty much the debate went pretty good. I mean, a little controversy at the end with the little switch up. Then a little shot come in. The brother really don't want the title. So we're just gonna go ahead and give it to old Reuben.
All
Because I
right.
mean both of them deserved it. But I mean,
All
but
right.
hey, so Reuben is the new Lions Den champion. Naga King Naga. Congratulations. It was a great debate.
Okay.
And we appreciate everybody for coming out, signing up. Maybe you brothers can do another topic. Maybe we can find somebody else for Reuben. Who knows? Corey
Well, let
might
me
got some.
ask you,
Yeah,
how
we'll
can
do
I
another
find
topic.
out when y'all have the chat so I can, come on? Because I usually hear about it word of mouth. Do y'all send out a notice or anything? Or what would I need to do to get the notices that you're
You need to
having the
subscribe
chat?
to the. Everybody, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your YouTube. You see where it say subscribe,
Listen,
sister?
I'm on StreamYard. Is that the way I
Okay. When you get off, I look up JJ7000 on YouTube. It'll pull up
JJ
the lines.
7000. Okay. JJ 7000. Okay, and then what I do?
Yeah, as soon as you get off of here, Queen, you go ahead and type that in, and then it's gonna
Okay.
pull up the line. It's gonna pull up the lines then, and
Okay.
then you just hit that. Just hit the subscribe button, and then it asks you for it'll give you actually the option to get all notifications for all the shows we do.
Wonderful. I'll do that. And I
Are you
thank
on
you guys.
Facebook? Are you on
Yes,
Facebook?
sir. Uh-huh.
Go ahead and put your what's your name on Facebook? I probably can look you up.
It's Barbara. Let's
Uh-huh.
see, Cunningham.
Oh, Barbara Cunningham. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
And
a big eye, but it's actually a mirror. But it's looks like a
okay.
big eye.
All right. I'll send your friend request as soon as this show goes over. But
Thank
also,
you,
like I said, look.
sweetheart.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Thanks for your
Thank
support.
you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye bye. All right, y'all. So, hey, Corey, great debate. Reuben, great debate, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Both of you brothers have been putting in work for a long time in the den. And like Tori say, y'all left out of here respecting each other. Y'all ain't nobody really pissed off like some of these debates. So that's a good thing, man. Anybody that wanted to be a debater, hit me or Sister Kareem up, and we'll get you in the ring. Once again, congratulations to Cephas Black for his first victory in the Lions Den. He's 1-1. He participated in a tag team match against two veterans, Cephas Black and Uncle Moon against Judah Nazareth and JJ 7000, and we put SmackDown on. But that's all right. Steve was brave enough to get in the ring with us. So congratulations on your first victory. You know, hopefully we can find you another opponent. But with that being said, man, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings. And we out. Shalom.